What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode and live stream of Let's Get Nuts here on the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back, as is tradition here on Sunday. I've got all the boys with me. We're excited because, honestly, even though there's not a ton of figure news, we actually were able to pack in a decent amount of 6-scale stuff in here because we're going to talk a little bit about what's existing, right? Some of the things that we're seeing from Jazz Inc., Mars Toys, Hot Toys. But also, I'm curious when we take a look at the pre-release section on Sideshow, how many of these figures have you guys forgotten about over the last little while? Because when I scrolled the list, there was a lot of things that are going to burn my ass or wallet, depending on how you look at it. But we're also going to talk some movie news because we're going to talk Mummy coming back, potentially Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. Also, is Funko Pops, are they coming to an end? It's looking like the outlook for them is bleak. So I'll be curious to see what you guys think about the collectible market with regards to those as well. So guys, either way, stick around. If you guys liked the video today, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show. And of course, let's get nuts.
What are you doing? You're completely outnumbered here. Are you nuts? You want to get 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 nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts.
Alrighty, let's bring in our first guest of the day. Many of you know him as an excellent photographer and videographer. I know him as Philly. Some of you may know him as Figurecraft. Let's get him out here. Mr. Philly, Figurecraft in the house again, buddy. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Oh, I can't hear you at all. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Oh, you hate to see it. We lost Philly. He was crispy like 10 minutes ago, I swear to God. We'll rotate you, buddy. Let's bring in our next guest while Philly figures it out for us here. We got, from across the oceans, our British correspondent. Of course, one of the long-time running hosts of the show, Mr. Pete, Only Fools in Collecting, a division of Collecting Weekly, of course, here with us again. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing, man?
Good evening, good sir. Hopefully you can hear me.
I can hear you. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, no, it's good to be back. 2 weeks running now, so getting a bit of a streak going.
For sure. We got another guest with us too that I know you're familiar with. So I didn't know if there was a good reason for why you were able to make it on the show today, other than just being able to hang out with us, in the evening here, which is always awesome. But he had quite the option or reason for being here as well. So some of you may know him as the man who can articulate. I know him as Aaron freaking Articulates, back in the house with us. It's been so long, good sir. How you doing,
it has
man?
been a while. Doing really well. We had an email on Friday. Well, I had a weird day Friday anyway, which I'm sure I'll mention at some point. But we had an email from work saying the toilets are all blocked up and the company can't come out and repair them until 10:30 Monday morning. So don't come into work. It's like,
don't come into work
in there. Son.
That's brilliant. Love it.
So we'll have some of that.
I can't remember. You work at a school, right? Is that the case?
Yeah. So we're going to
the
have to
whole
do online.
The whole school's down.
Yeah. So we're going to have to do online learning. So I'll have to put some lessons online. And then they said, if it's repaired, you might be able to come in for half a day, but I can't see them repairing that by.
No.
That's gonna.
I mean, how many rolls of bog paper did you just stuff down, Aaron?
Yeah, right. That was Friday's task.
Just jamming them in.
This will do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get on that. Let's get nuts. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, I will be there. The cherry devices. Write down flush. That's it. Yeah, see how she goes. That's awesome.
There's 1,000 rolls down there, so they should get that out in time.
No, you're off a week, I think.
I never realized a whole pile of shit was the reason somebody was going to be on my show someday, but I'm happy about it. Let's be honest. So good to have you back, buddy. Good to have you back. Philly, can we hear you now, buddy? Let's give her a try. Can we hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear me better?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Gotcha now.
Thanks.
Good to see you, buddy. How are you doing, man?
I'm great. Just been busy and kind of rearranging my whole setup, but keeping tabs with the current affairs and the news and all this stuff. So it's been a little bit slow, but still looking forward to catching up with you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and as I said,
Yeah,
I got a
good to
little
see,
creative today. Got a little creative today because we didn't have a ton of figure news, but there was enough on the 6-scale side that I think we can definitely have some good chats and stuff like that in terms of collectible side as well. But also there was some entertainment news this week that kind of hit me in the feels, that's for sure, because I'm a nostalgic type of person, right? So but love you guys. Thanks for being here as always. To everybody who are coming in on the chat, I see you guys. We're definitely going to say hi to you here shortly, as we always do, kind of at the mid-show break. But let's start with this, buddy, because I was curious. I'm not a huge Michael Jackson fan, if I'm completely honest, and I apologize for that outwardly, because I know some of you out there who are just like crazy Michael Jackson fans. But he's got a new biopic that's coming here pretty soon, and it looks like his nephew Jafar Jackson is going to be in the titular role of Michael Jackson. And they showed some photos of him, kind of in some, looks like maybe some prosthetic, maybe some not. Like, it's hard to say. He looks damn close to Michael Jackson. Like, obviously the genes run pretty strongly in this family. But I was curious if this changes anybody's excitement for the film, because of course Michael Jackson has a pretty wild story with regards to kind of his portrayal in the media, how people perceive him, some of the stories that may or may not be true over his lifespan with regards to allegations. I don't know if any of those allegations are true or not. Doesn't really matter to me at this point, other than obviously we want people to be safe. But if you loved Michael Jackson, this may give you the opportunity to have kind of some insight into his life as well, at least from a movie perspective. So for me, this is one that I will give it a chance. I enjoyed the Bohemian Rhapsody one about Freddie Mercury. I thought they had done that one pretty well. I also liked the Elton John one at one point there for the biopic. Yeah, and Michael Jackson is a big enough musical name that I'd be serious. Oh, I didn't see the Elvis one. That's one. Yeah. That's the one that's still on my list. But Pete, tell me what you think about Michael Jackson biopic, and like the fact that they actually have Jafar Jackson in here. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a massive fan of his music. Always have been. Obviously, as a kid growing up, I kind of wasn't aware of the allegations and stuff going on, so I kind of loved it for the music. I remember the the massive kind of hype around when the Thriller video was released. Oh, yeah. I think they released it at like midnight on TV, and that was back in the day when like TV didn't go on all day long. TV went off at like 10 o'clock and you went to bed. But I think one of the channels like had a special thing where they're going to show it at midnight, and I sat up with my dad to watch it, and I was just like blown away by it. So I think I've always thought that he's been a fantastic showman, singer, artist, dancer. But just a bit wacky, and he kind of self-parodied himself with like Leave Me Alone, where he's got, he's on a roller coaster with dogs in and stuff. So he kind of played on that. I ever saw that. It's quite a cool video. But obviously, in more recent years, well, going back quite a way now, there's been a lot of allegations, and I've watched stuff on it and everything. And I think it's obviously it's soured him massively, but I think that I can separate that from the music. To me, that's not like, I can't listen to that anymore because of what I don't condone what he may or may not have done in his private life. But I'm interested. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I think it's really cool that it's a member of his family, because there's a likeness there. Presumably he's gonna sing all the parts like the others did in those biopics, and did a really good job. I'll be interested to see kind of what they put in and what they leave out, because there's a lot of obviously there's a lot of violence and stuff kind of from his father, to push them when they were the Jackson 5. And then I sort of read up a lot about, he bought a book, I forgot what it was called, about like when the famous one where he did the Pepsi advert and his hair caught fire, and that was kind of the start of his sort of plastic surgery and stuff like that. So it's quite a story that's like a really dark period. So it could be really good, but obviously, I know a lot of people will criticize the fact if they go into his later life and they kind of just make it all flowers and roses, and like there was no so yeah, I love it, and yeah, Thriller would be like, they'll obviously cover that quite a lot in this. I think he's got the red jacket on there and stuff. But yeah, I'd definitely interested in this.
It's interesting because, like you said, separating the person from the music, right? I saw, and it didn't make it to the show sheet today, but just because I don't know the whole story obviously yet, but I saw yesterday, as I was going to bed, that Variety had reported that Mike Smith, who plays Bubbles in Trailer Park Boys, is being accused of SA, and I was like, damn it, like that, like, I hope that's not true, but I mean, it sounds like it was from a couple years ago.
The one with the
already,
big glasses.
So. Big guy, with the glasses,
bottle glasses, decent.
And I think that's right.
You can't play that.
Half of what I say now has his words in it, so I gotta scrub that from my vocabulary if that's the case. But at the same time, obviously, nothing's been confirmed yet. It's just kind of it's been a conviction that's been laid. It sucks, and got Trailer Park season 13, I think, coming out like pretty soon here. So I'm curious if that will impact people's desire to watch the show and the viewership. And
they're doing 2 movies. This one's ending in 89. The next will cover everything else. So 89 takes him up to bad. I think that was 88, something like that. So
okay.
And then
I forgot this was going to be a 2-parter.
Dangerous is 91, I think. So yeah.
Niculio's changed his picture. That tripped me out. I like it. They're doing 2 movies. One is ending in 89, like Pete said. So interesting. And for some reason, guys, I still can only see, and this isn't a setting that I selected by any stretch, but in StreamYard, it's showing me people's username, not necessarily their screen name. So when I call on people today, it may be slightly different than what you're used to. So I don't know why StreamYard started randomly doing that. But anyways, all that to say, Mr. Aaron, it's been a while since we've heard from you in terms of takes, buddy. What are your thoughts on Michael Jackson, the film, potentially? If this one doesn't interest you, is there like a musical icon that you would love to see a biopic from? Or for, I should say.
This one interests me quite a bit, to be honest. I think,
nice.
as same as what Pete said, really, like music-wise, I don't think you can fault the guy. No. I mean, you could do 2 movies. You could do this in 10 movies. I think that bloke, like just mental. Like I think he was just mental towards the end. Like, and you can't really. Nothing's ever been like 100% confirmed with any of those allegations, and I just stand by that. It was never sort of confirmed. So in that case, as far as I'm concerned, then you're not guilty. But he was mental. Like, do you remember, Pete, that do you remember that documentary with Martin Bashir? Do you remember that? Years ago. And there was that bit where he was up the tree and
it was hilarious, and they parodied that. They parodied that on Bo Selector, didn't they? Where he was going he goes, they shut the store, I buy 2 of everything.
Martin Bashir was, I'll never forget it, because he just stood at the bottom of that tree and Jacko's up the tree going, oh, don't you climb trees? And Martin's like, no, because I'm like,
not for
50,
a while,
mate.
Not for like 40 years,
get out the tree. But like, he's unique, that guy. But I mean, as a film as well, I think this will be really good, and what a casting, because that's a really good likeness, isn't it? He looks like him.
His nephew, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I still remember the controversy of him holding his like baby girl
out
over the balcony. Remember, like that was
blanket,
really crazy. Blanket,
See, even that, like,
yeah.
This is how mad it, and the monkey, Bubbles, the monkey, had
Bubbles,
like the guy's
crazy.
Mental.
It will be interesting to see how much they actually put into both of these films, if that's the case, then, right? Or how much they choose to leave out. And I think it would create controversy if they choose to leave things out too.
Well,
right?
that's the thing,
especially if we know it to be true or fact in his life. So that's really interesting. Before I go to you, Philly, we've got one other special guest that has arrived from looks like a jungle gym here today. I don't know, like normally he's our Wolverine guest, but I think he's on the Bouncy Castle today, boys. We're going to talk to Mr. Dave, X-Men Supreme, coming from the Bouncy Castle. You love to see it. How you doing, buddy?
I'm at the world's largest Chuck E. Cheese right now.
The world's largest what?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, Chuck E. Cheese. I was gonna say I haven't heard of a Chuck E. Cheese in a long
time. I'm at a field house. I'm at this tournament right now. There's like 2 games gonna wrap up here in a little while. I figured I'd jump in if it's not too loud.
No, it's okay. It's you actually sound just a little on the quiet side, if I'm honest. But
do I?
Let me know if you guys in the chat can let us know how Dave sounds. That would be helpful. Because he sounds okay to me, but
it's quiet for Dave. I'll give him that.
It's quiet for Dave.
Let's see. I know there's. Let me see if I can adjust this here.
Yeah. While you adjust, Philly, what are your thoughts
How about
here on
now?
the Michael Jackson? Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. You're
All
good
right,
there.
cool.
What are your thoughts on the Michael Jackson biopic, Philly? Is this something that interests you, buddy?
I'm not really a biopic kind of guy, but
No worries.
this one particularly, since I'm an '80s baby, yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. It's a big part of history, really. You know, it's '80s and music, and based regardless on what the situation is, it is kind of a tragic story, and I've always seen that kind of interesting, especially in the showbiz industry. How many people start very young and then they end up in really terrible scenarios. I mean, you got the kid from Terminator 2. What's his name? The actor.
Robert. Is it Robert? Not Robert Patrick.
I forgot
Oh.
his name, but
No.
yeah, I mean I didn't
Robert
realize
Patrick was
that.
T-1000.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was signed up to do Terminator 3, and then he ended up doing drugs and kind of mess that up. And I was like, oh, that we would have
Edward
had him.
Furlong.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
Jake
Edward
Lloyd.
Furlong, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Macaulay
and Jake
Culkin.
Lloyd, and a lot of people don't understand is with Michael Jackson, he started as he was a little kid in show business,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's had a very different life. So I always find it interesting. I'm a big fan of his music. It's unfortunate what happened towards the end, and I'm a big firm believer of separating the artist from the person, and but yeah, I mean, I look forward to it, and especially now with Inart doing the line. I didn't get the recent one, the because I didn't like that suit, but I am looking forward to the Smooth Criminal 1/6
Yeah.
scale figure from Inart.
Yeah.
That looks good. So,
looks
but yeah, you gotta see some of his videos, Ben, especially that one that Pete said. It's a really unique video. You gotta see it. It's he did a lot of stuff that was almost cinematic, and
Yeah.
a lot of the videos are pretty spectacular. So.
Some people are, speculating, movie pundits out there that this could be like $1 billion film, just because of people's love for Michael Jackson. But I gotta be honest, I don't rush to the theater to see biopic films, even if they're, musicians that I like, right, or people that I like, because to me they always feel like a good couch surfing movie. Roll one up and enjoy, the lights in the house and just enjoy it. But I can't imagine, this going to $1 billion. But what do you think, X-Men Supreme, in terms of a Michael Jackson film? Speculation that it could, be $1 billion film franchise. And what are your thoughts on biopics just in general?
It's Michael Jackson. It's gonna hit.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's Michael Jackson. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, it's
But
enough people.
yeah.
Right?
But these things are always interesting because, like, where's the line between artistic, like license and what actually happened? Like, even in The Dirt, they pointed it out. Where they're like, well, this guy was here too, but in the movie he's not here, so don't worry about him. And they like had him standing there, and then they like faded away on film. It was great. But like, these things are always just like a fun, fantastical account of a person who's achieved legendary status. So it's a fable, it's a modern day fable. So those are always interesting to see play out on screen. It was fun when they did it. Like, what was it? Was it VH1 that used to do it? And they did one on Meatloaf and a bunch of other people. And those are always it's just fun. But yeah, I think it's gonna do very, very well. And I'll probably see it. I don't know if I'll go to the theater to see it, but it's definitely going to be interesting to watch.
Definitely something I'd be curious to see for sure. Again,
You know what I
agree with
wanna
you.
know?
Don't know if I'd see a theater.
I want to know. I'm very curious to see how it's going to go when they have this man do like whiteface.
Oh my
I want
God,
to see that
no
play
doubt.
out.
How do they? Yeah, how do they bridge that for sure? And still, yeah, crazy. Guys, I feel warmed up enough to jump to our next topic, but thanks for letting me, pick your brains on biopics. That's for sure. I was curious because, as I said, Michael Jackson's such a huge, iconic name, but not necessarily for me. But I was curious to see what the audience reaction would look like to that. So, very cool, very cool. Niculio says he's wearing the wrong shirt for "Beat It" in that photo. So historical accuracy is pretty out the window.
Yeah. What's cool there is though you can see that in the top picture, he's clearly got a prosthetic nose on. So that
That's
obviously
what I
when he
thought,
has
too.
the surgery on the nose, he's got the thinner nose there. It's quite cool.
Interesting that they're going to try to recreate his plastic surgery look potentially.
He's a little too
And
pretty.
I wonder if his nephew here has had plastic surgery already or not. Like, it's hard to say. Does he look like that naturally? I don't know. I don't know. Speculation, guys. We have 40 people watching, getting nuts with us here on Sunday. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. If you don't mind hitting the like button on your way in the door today, that'd be awesome. I think we only had 900 people watch last week, so trying to get the algorithm to catch it again since we had a couple weeks off. So definitely helps if you guys don't mind. But let's move on to this next entertainment news topic, because this one definitely gets me in the nostalgic feels. It says here, Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are officially returning for The Mummy 4, a true resurrection of the adventurers, the legend that refuses to stay buried. For me, The Mummy is one of those films that pretty much no matter when it's on, I'll just leave it on the television. So it's like if I'm at a hotel for the night or something like that, if it's just on, I'll just watch it.
It's comfort
every time.
food. Yeah,
comfort food movie, 100%. And I've really wanted a Rick 1/6 scale figure, and I think it was teased not too long ago by a company. I can't remember which company was teasing it, but it looked like a decent figure, so I was like, hell yeah. But then of course, Brendan Fraser, he took quite a bit of time off of acting when he made his return. Very different looking dude, very different kind of cadence to him, not quite the action star that we remembered, but still has the acting chops 100%, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the Whale film. That movie made me cry, and it was a great watch. Definitely a little depressing for sure. And he was wearing prosthetics there as well, so not as large as they portrayed him in that film. But even still, seeing him come back into like an action style role, I think could be really cool. Now, one thing that I hope they don't do is bring him back with Rachel and then kind of hand it off to a younger cast for the rest of the movie. Like if they're going to bring him back in and bring both of these folks back in, I want it to be their film. But I would show up for this. This is a movie that I would go and see in the theater, and I haven't even seen a trailer. Like obviously, like it's just at very early stages at this point, but I would show up for these folks again. I really didn't like The Mummy 3. That one let me down a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's been so long since the original trilogy came out. I think that they could do some good stuff here. Now, it's funny because I've been critical of movies in the past of not coming up with original ideas anymore, right? We keep going back to the same franchises over and over and over again and pulling them out. But if they can create a good story and it's not just visual noise, I'm here for it. I am here for it. So, Pete, I'm curious, what were your thoughts here?
I love. I think the as you say, the original is always a great watch. I think it does suffer from some slightly ropey CGI these days, by modern standards. And obviously, if you're watching it in kind of 4K, it springs all up. But I think I think that taken out, it's a great movie. I think it's for me, it's very much. It feels like Nathan Drake from the Uncharted movies. He's a more modern. Obviously, I think it. Yeah, the third one was weird because it was in like Nepal or something, wasn't it? And it was like abominable snowmen and things like that. So I think it needs to kind of go back to that Egypt kind of the original kind of setting with the sand. There's some great shots of when they're on the sand dunes and they're with the horses and the camels and stuff. The humor's always really good in it. These two had a good rapport. And what's the name of the other guy? John, is it John someone? Her brother.
Oh, Jonathan. Her brother.
Yeah,
Jonathan.
whether he's going to come back as well, because he's kind of part of that sort of comic kind of triangle there. So I think it would, see that someone says there that they're ignoring 3, so that works.
If they ignore 3, that's probably the best way to go. But
Well,
within the
3's not
second
bad.
film, they also had his kid, right? They also had a kid. So what happened to the kid then? I'd be curious.
I saw a photo. Her brother is coming back.
That's cool.
The
nice.
He's
the guy with the goatee as well. I can't remember.
yeah.
Oh, the Arab guy, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think he's
cool.
Arab, yeah.
Yeah. So no, I'm definitely up for this. I think it'd be be good fun.
Would you ever collect from like the Mummy? Like would a Rick be something you'd want to put in a display?
Yeah, I reckon I would. Yeah,
Be
it was
curious
decent.
to see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how they're gonna give him his hair and stuff like that. Like, is it gonna
Yeah,
is it gonna, you know
or
what I mean? Like,
or they're gonna just say that it's play it the age
they're
they
aged.
are kind
Yeah,
of thing.
they're
Yeah.
aged. That's
Which
okay.
I
Nothing
prefer.
wrong
I
with
think.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Before I go to you, Aaron, on this one, I want to bring in one final guest of the day. Of course, we all now know him as co-host of Let's Get Nuts here every Sunday. A little bit late today, which was okay because he told us in advance, but he's the man, he's the myth, he's the legend, he's one Adam 12 back in the house with us. How you doing, buddy?
Buddy.
Good to see you, man.
Hey, Ben, guys. Sorry I was running late. I had to work this afternoon,
good,
so
Hate to see
just rolled in from that. And the Mummy Strikes Back. The Mummy Returns.
That's right.
I like the first one, and what was the one with The Rock? Was that the third
The
one?
Mummy. That was the second
Nah,
one.
that was
Oh,
Scorpion
no,
King.
that was Scorpion King.
That was
You're
the
right.
fourth
You're right.
one, which is like a spin-off.
He was
yeah.
in the second film, but then they did a spin-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Rachel Weisz since Black Widow. I can't recall anything else she's been in since then. I'm a fan of both these actors, so what's old is what's new again. So I'm not surprised they're bringing this back.
I loved her in Constantine as well, back in the day. And I saw that they're looking at potentially doing another Constantine at some point, which could be interesting. So
I actually like her in a non-genre film about a boy with Hugh Grant and Nicholas Hoult is either his first role or one of his first roles. Toni Collette's in it.
Oh, crazy!
It's an enjoyable film.
Cool. I don't think I've seen that one. But you'd be down for this, Adam? You'd check this movie out if it came out? Yeah.
Streaming. I mean, I don't know.
Streaming,
I guess we
don't know
guys.
if you'd rush to the theater.
Yeah, that's not the. No, probably not.
That's fair. What about you, Aaron? Has this been a comfort film for you in the past, or is this one that you'd, kind of just tapered off for you over the years?
I'd have to be honest, Ben. I'd have to rewatch them. I'm just trying to go through it in my head, and I can barely even. I think I must have only watched them when they came out, and I was much younger then.
Crazy.
But I couldn't. I couldn't really tell you anything about them. My only thing would be if it's good, then great. But I do always now. I just get this. The moment I saw it, I was just like, are you bringing something back again? Like, I don't know. It just seems like it happens quite a bit now that we get rehashes or we bring something back. And then if it's not as great as what everyone, I mean, I know it's got some massive fans and big following. I think this selection of films, whether it ends up tainting that, I always think it's a bit of a risk with like a reboot or like a comeback like that. But yeah, I'm not a massive fan, but I would have to rewatch them because I honestly don't think I've seen them since they originally came out, to be honest. But yeah, I get why people might be excited for sure.
And that's why I like having you guys, because obviously you guys from all over the place, right? And we're all like similar age groups, but like depends what hits you nostalgia wise. As I said, for me, this was a film that was just on all the time. I would just plug them in. Usually just the first two. Not, as I said, I didn't really like the third, if I'm honest. But even last night, like I rewatched The Mask. I shouldn't say even rewatched. I've seen that movie probably 200 times. Like I know every line, I know every music note. Like I freaking love that movie. And I immediately went and thought, like I need to have a Mask figure in my display because I love this movie so much. And I went and looked at the Present Toys one, and that's like $700 or $800 now on the secondary market. And I was like, well, shit, maybe not. But again, I would love to see a Rick. I would collect this, but this was nostalgia for me. So Philly, curious if you'd be excited for Mummy before we move on.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat the original, but having the original cast coming back and getting kind of a fresh coat of paint on it, I think a lot of companies, a lot of studios are trying to tap into the nostalgia to kind of get people into the seats of movie theaters, and uh, this is no exception. I mean, yeah, Brendan Fraser kind of re-sparked his whole, career recently, and he looks great. Actually, he looks like he's been working out for the role. So, as well as Rachel Weisz looks like she aged like fine wine. So, looking forward to it. I will see it. It would be good to see with updated CGI because the special effects on the original didn't really age very well. So it'd be interesting to see what they can do now with the current technology to see the awesome stuff. So it is very funny. I think what really worked with the original Mummy, I think it was the dynamics between the cast and just the adventure type of feel. I think they can replicate that again and kind of bring it over to a new generation. So I will be seeing this in the theater. It definitely is a must to see, especially if they do it the same way they did the original. So
You hit a really good point there, for me, because they were going to restart the kind of Monsters universe at one point with Tom Cruise and his Mummy movie. And I remember seeing that movie and thinking like, yeah, it was action and Tom Cruisey and like all that kind of stuff, but it didn't have the same level of fun and adventure that the original Mummy, like with Brendan Fraser, had. And I think that that's what it was missing. So I think if they're going to do this, if they're going to go back to it, they need to keep that level of adventure and the fun aspect of it, not just, another kind of horror style movie. Because I think it would lose people then as a result. I mean, like, it's not the tone that I would be looking for with this. And that's why I was so let down, of course, by Tom Cruise's one. So let's move on, guys. X-Men, I'll get you on the next one here, buddy. Two quick pieces of Star Trek news before we get into our toy collecting 6 scale news. Let's see here first. The Star Trek Kelvin timeline universe is officially dead. So everybody who liked the Zachary Quinto, Chris Pine options here, unfortunately, they're not coming back. Star Trek Beyond is now the last film in that series. They're not going to do any more, which I think is okay. I think it's already been pretty close to 10 years since Simon Pegg's Star Trek Beyond, and he did a great job directing that film. There were some great character moments there. I liked all 3 of them for what they were, even though I'm a pretty stringent Star Trek fan for sure. I know some Star Trek fans hated the Kelvin universe timeline and the J.J. Abrams take on it. For me at the time, I think 2009 was the first Star Trek of their series. And I thought it was fun. It brought in new audiences. It was a different look at some of these characters. I still like these characters' portrayals of these characters, or I should say, I like these actors' portrayals of these characters more than I like Strange New World portrayal of Spock, for example, and stuff. So, I'm not sad to see it go. I'm not surprised to see it go. But on the other hand, I don't hate them as much as some folks out there, especially some classic Trek fans. And then in combination with that Star Trek news, before I go to you, Adam or Pete, we are going to be saying goodbye to Patrick Stewart. Looks like he's announced his retirement after Avengers Doomsday, where he's going to be coming back in that film to reprise his role of Professor Xavier. Now, for me, while of course Professor Xavier is super iconic, freaking loved him in X-Men. I mean, he made the perfect Xavier. He will always be Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek The Next Generation. That's how I love him. I thought he was a great captain. Star Trek Next Generation was the series for me. That was my Trek. And so, it's sad to see him go. It's funny because to me, he's always looked kind of old for as long as I've remembered him. So it's crazy to me that he's finally retiring, because I thought he would just act until he was gone, if I'm honest. I'm shocked that he's actually planning a retirement, but good for this man, because he's had a pretty prolific career, whether it was on stage or on the silver screen. Or on the big screen, and I thought that was pretty cool for him. So congratulations to Patrick Stewart, but we will miss him. For me, as I said, my favorite Patrick Stewart role is definitely Jean-Luc Picard. Adam, what are your thoughts here on the Kelvin timeline going away and Patrick Stewart's retirement?
Well, first on the Kelvin timeline, I actually, and I'm a original Star Trek fan of the original series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager. I like 7 and 9. The rest of it, not so much. And Enterprise wasn't bad. There's some things I liked about Enterprise, but I actually did enjoy the Abrams films. I guess my message to Paramount Skydance is, okay, why don't you kill the Kurtzman Trek first? Because everything about Kurtzman Trek is an atrocity. And well, Strange New Worlds, there are some things that are good about that, but this season has been awful, just terrible.
I couldn't get into it. Could not get into it.
The first season of it wasn't too bad, but just everything about the Kurtzman Trek is a freaking should be a war crime. Just horrible. So they need to kill that, and they need to give that to some showrunners who know what they're doing. Maybe bring back Ron Moore, who killed it with Battlestar Galactica, does Outlander. He does a great show on Apple called For All Mankind. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend you watch that show.
Freaking loved it. Loved it.
So I'm hopeful. I think it's not coincidental that I think we're gonna maybe talk about this later in the show, but that Lego Star Wars toy that's just announced. For years they never had Lego never had the license to Star Wars, so maybe Skydance is making some moves here. In terms of Patrick Stewart, I mean, how blessed is this guy that he had not just one, but two iconic genre roles. Of course, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, and then Professor Charles Xavier. I mean, he had some other great roles. He was in Excalibur. Of course, you have a picture of him as Ebenezer Scrooge. I actually saw him on Broadway doing a one-man play. Dune. Yeah. So he's had some great roles, but I think he's in his 80s, and so I think at some point, you want to, you say it's time to retire, and I certainly, with health issues, I don't know if he's got any health issues or just energy levels. It's just time for him to take a bow, and he certainly deserved it. It's going to be. He really made Professor X, so I know there's the hunt is on to recast that role, and I'm sure they'll find someone really good. But he certainly left an impression as that, and it was Star Trek: The Next Generation. It was, I think it was a tough role to come in to kind of take over the baton from James T. Kirk, from William Shatner, and he played a different type of role. Maybe it took people a few years to get used to it. Those first two seasons of Next Generation, there's some good episodes, but the show didn't really hit its stride until the third season, and just made an indelible character that's just, for many people, they're more Next Generation fans than they are original series, and I can understand that.
Yeah, that's for me. For me, that's I feel that I've loved Trek my entire life, but I have seen all of the Star Trek Next Generation episodes probably. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say at least 10 times all the way through the whole series, and then individual episodes lots more than that. I freaking love it. But I like the original series as well. It's just a different time for me. Like, obviously it's what got it going. I actually think I like the original series movies more though than the actual series itself. The movies really stuck with me when I was a kid. So but yeah, great thoughts there, buddy. And just to correct you, Adam, because you mentioned the rights on the Lego side, you kept saying Star Wars, buddy. I think you meant Star Trek on that.
Star Trek, yeah.
So all good there, buddy. All good. But yeah, no, really, really good thoughts, buddy. What do you think, Pete? I know you're a Star Trek guy yourself as well. What are your thoughts on the Kelvin universe here being shut down officially, and then Patrick Stewart's retirement?
Yeah, I was going to say, someone's put it in the chat as well, but obviously Anton Yelchin played Chekhov, passing away. I think for me, it would be a great loss. I don't think they could really recast him, even though he wasn't a massive, not one of the main. But I think I enjoy them. I think they're a bit of fun. I was never worried about them ruining anything else or any of the stuff that got before. I think the casting was pretty much bang on, to be honest. I really enjoyed all of the casting. I think it's the first time that I'd seen a lot of those people doing anything. Zachary Quinto, I had watched Heroes, but I wasn't a massive fan. Chris Pine, I don't think had done a lot. It was kind of like a big role for him. Obviously Carl Urban does a great McCoy. So I loved it. I thought it was great, and I enjoyed seeing what they could do with kind of special effects as they were in 2009. I think the sequel was a little bit odd because it was obviously the Khan story, but they flipped it around at the end. But again, it was good fun, and Beyond was pretty good as well. So I'm quite happy to have them as a kind of a closed trilogy. I think they're all fairly decent, and I say because of Anton Yelchin passing away, I think it's a good place to leave that. And as Anna said, Strange New Worlds season 1 was okay. It was a novelty, a gimmick off the back of Discovery, which again started off good and just went. But yeah, I haven't even started the third series, but I'm not really excited about it. Second season went a bit off the rails. I did the musical number and all this kind of thing in the episode.
Well, then they gave Spock a learning disability of all things. I'm like, what? That didn't even make sense to me for his character.
And Kirk's hair just keeps going up and up and up. Like, how big can a quiff get? So yeah, I'm good with this, and I've got the movies and I enjoy them. Patrick Stewart, absolute legend. He's up there with he's kind of Ian McKellen as well. I don't know how they are. They must be fairly similar in age. They both had amazing stage careers, and then came into acting a bit later. He was in Excalibur, as you said, Adam, but he was probably in his 40s then anyway. So still a kind of later into the movies. For me, it will be Jean-Luc Picard will be his kind of defining role for me. I think his character went through such an amazing kind of arc in Next Gen with Best of Both Worlds, Locutus, and that kind of the recovery from that kind of flowed through the rest of the seasons. I absolutely love what can I think of it? The 2-part finale.
All Good Things.
Oh, I love that. I just love that. I could watch that over and over again. I think it's great. And
I love that he finally sits down with the bridge crew for the poker game.
Play poker.
And obviously then he does. And then we have Picard as well, which was great. And that, like you said as well, Ben, that third season was just next gen final send off when he and he sat with them again and played. I actually loved that season. That was amazing. So.
And that show set up a series and legacy that I think a lot of Star Trek fans wanted to see, with 7 of 9 captaining the new Enterprise, with Picard's son on board. But now we're going to get this junk Starfleet Academy that no one asked for.
Nobody asked for.
No.
You're not wrong.
But if anyone wants to see, and it just popped back into my head, and I've not watched it probably since it came out, but if anyone wants a little taste of something very different from Patrick Stewart, check out Dad Savage. Came out in 1998, and he kind of plays, the sort of the grumpy old man that Clint Eastwood plays in what's the one where he sits in his front porch and the guys come over and start calling him
Gran Torino.
Yeah, so it's that sort of thing. Like he's quite a mild mannered kind of guy, and then I think something happens to when his attempts to determine who murdered his son, and he just goes off on and he's swearing, he's blowing people's heads off with like shotgun and stuff. It's so different to what you expect from him. So check it out if you can get hold of it somewhere. But Dad Savage, brilliant.
Very cool. Very cool. Check that out, guys. Blurred Dad Life in the chat with us, one of our great channel members for 20 months. Holy crap. Says, loving the Trek Talk, just waiting for the 1/6 scale Worf. Hell yeah. Me too, man. Yeah. Me too. You know that I'll be chatting about that as soon as we see it, especially the TNG bridge. Now, I ended up, I've been waiting for my Sideshow Beverly Crusher, my Exo 6 Beverly Crusher from Sideshow for like, I feel like it's a year, honestly. Like I should have had it by now. I finally canceled it and I reordered it on Big Bad Toy Store, and I should have it here by next week. So I'm like Frig yeah, hell yeah! I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get her in the display. Just like the color, like the blue outfit with the next gen, it's gonna be crispy. So I'm excited. But guys, we have about 45 people watching here live. Thanks for getting nuts with us here on Sunday and joining us for some Trek talk. Philly, Aaron, and X-Men. I know you guys aren't huge Star Trek folks, so we'll get you, of course, on some of these next takes here. So I don't want you guys to feel forgotten about. And thanks for sticking through. If you're not a huge Trek fan, still watching the show and enjoying the chat with us, anyways, guys, really appreciate it. Let's say hi to our channel members here. Of course, we've got our Classy Nuts and our Nut Kings up on the screen here. If you'd like to become a channel member, the link is just been posted by me in the chat there a couple minutes ago. Would love to have you here. Big shout out to Ron E, who gifted 5 channel memberships last week. So, dude, thanks again for that. Really appreciate that. Blurred Eyed Life says, congratulations, Ben. Let me know what you think of Beverly. Yeah, I'm going to do a review, I think, on her. I got the deluxe one coming in, so I might actually post a review on the show for that one. But especially since it's a female character and it's the first Exo 6 female character that I'll have in my display, so I'll be curious to see what she looks like in hand. But yeah, honestly, super happy to have you guys here. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Let's say, as we kind of traditionally do here, let me pull up my slides. Let's say hi. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat.
Is that everyone? I can want it more.
Nuts!
Assemble.
Let's assemble. Let's see. We got Mr. Ron E here in the chat with us. Hey there, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see you. We got my mom here, Rachel Miller, saying hello before she makes dinner. You love to see it. Blurred Dad Life. Make it so and engage. You know it, my friend. And we got Mr. Moose Dream here with us. Says hi to Ron and to everybody as well. And again, Moose Dream now has its own YouTube channel, so check that out if you guys haven't had a chance. Doug Guito here in the chat with us. Hey everyone, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for popping in. As is always, Mr. Jose Plus. The fellas have a great show. I had some fun debating with Jose today over AI versus artistry. So it's a good chat there. Maybe we'll bring it up here later in the show as well when we talk about that Anna de Armas Hot Toys, because that's what we were talking about. Let's see here. Oh, you guys are chatty. We got Niculio in the chat with us. A big enough musical name, and it's the biggest musical name of all time when recording. Of course, Michael Jackson, I would imagine. Aaron articulates with us here in the panel and on the show and in the chat. You'd love to see it. We got Mr. Figurecraft here with us as well, saying hi to Geo and to everybody, of course. We got Geo, the movie canon, here with us as well, one of our channel members. Dude, hope you're doing well, man. I really enjoyed watching your Friday night show on replay yesterday afternoon. Really good show there. Mr. Mark P. Hey collectors, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Let's see here. We got Yomo in the chat with us, saying hi to Geo and to everybody there as well. We got JB _ Joker with us here. JB collector, I think is what it normally goes as. But Rachel Y is a yummy mummy. That would be a great new title for the 4th film. Can you imagine? Yummy Mummy. Hate to see it. We got Fig Poser in the chat with us. He says, "Go Pats." 1 Adam 12th. You were saying there's a Pats game right now, Adam. That was
earlier they won. Yep.
That's awesome. We got Stuart Shepard here with us. Anyone seen the Star Trek Lego? Yeah, we're going to talk about that here in a couple minutes, so stay tuned. Good, sir. We got Blue Tattoo with us. Hey, everyone. Good to see you. We got Pop Culture Relics, Mr. Luis, saying hi, gents. Good to see you, buddy, as always. I think that's almost everybody. Oh, we got Mysterio Meotics, our buddy Jay. He says, I hope they give Sir Stewart the send-off he deserves in Doomsday, or at least have his story be a turning point in the overall story arc. I think that they will be. I'd be surprised if he's planning to retire after that movie and they don't do something kind of special for him. But says, I hope to join you gentlemen soon. Always invited here, buddy, of course. We got Michiko Rodriguez. Hopefully I didn't mess that up for you, buddy. Saying Predator. And we're going to talk about some Predator here in a couple minutes. But again, if you guys are new to the show, hit the like button, subscribe if you can. We're on the path now to 61K, which is awesome. Way more than I ever thought. And we just hit 1,000 videos on the Ben Thomas Show the other day. So if you're just joining, there's a whole content library there available for you folks now as well. But I want to talk about a different style of collecting for a couple minutes here, because I saw on the entertainment news here just this past week that Funko Pop maker admits that it might not survive another year as sales crash. Funko has warned that investors may not survive another year after reporting a sharp decline in sales and issuing a formal notice about its financial stability. So this made me think about a couple of different questions that I have for you guys, and feel free to answer any of them as I kind of ramble on here. But I was thinking about Funko Pops because when I first got started in 6-scale collecting, a lot of the 6-scale collectors that I knew had started in Funko Pops, or started in Lego minifigures, or started in 1/12 scale collectibles, right? But usually we all start somewhere. And for me, while I really appreciated how cool Pops are and were, the sheer amount of them was overwhelming for me, and I didn't like the fact that most people would want to collect them and leave them in the box. Whereas something that I really liked about Hot Toys was that you could actually take them out of the box, display them, pose them up, and then still sell them for a pretty decent value, as long as you kept those art boxes and everything, right? But at the same time, you see these collectibles, like the guy here on the Guinness World Book of Records, he's got his Pops out, so clearly some folks display them differently. The point is that now, if in the next year Funko Pops, kind of start to go out of business, they start to kind of go the way to the dodo, makes me wonder if they'll actually become more collectible in the future, because once they stop making them, will it increase their value or will it decrease their overvalue? Also, will it just be replaced by something else, right? We've been seeing this Labubu craze recently. Our buddies are collecting weekly. They love the Labubus. They've been talking about that every Tuesday. I still haven't been able to get on with it, if I'm honest. Like, it doesn't do anything for me, but I still feel like it's in a similar vein of collecting, where it's not a lot of money. You can collect them relatively easily. There's mystery packs, right? There's those chase ones. And so will this just be replaced by something else, or will these actually incrementally increase in people's value in their collections? So I was curious, Adam, what did you start with when you started collecting? Obviously you didn't jump directly into 6-scale. What was something that you would collect beforehand? And then what do you think about the future direction of Funko Pops and whatever could replace it?
I started with 3 3/4 inch figures, traditional Star Wars, G.I. Joe, the original Transformers, Voltron, that sort of thing. And then I went to, about 20, I guess Pops have been out for about 25, close to 25 years, I think. At least 20 years. And I have my fair share of Pops figures in my work office. Actually, behind my desk, I have like a whole wall of Pops figures. But I stopped getting them just because they're in their boxes. By and large, they're in there. There's a few I've taken out, but most of them are in their boxes. But kind of like what you're saying, you can't, if you take some of them out, it's hard to tell what they are. Some of them are pretty obvious, which character they are. I think the problem with the Pops is that it's oversaturation, and they spread themselves too thin. They produced way too many. You can't go to any gift shop without seeing a whole load of Pops figures, and many of them just kind of sit there.
They actually make the buildings out of them now.
Yeah, I mean, I was at the Fan Expo Boston, the Boston Comic Con, and every other booth, it was hard to find regular action figures. I found one actual Hot Toys figure at this convention. It was like some Iron Man figure, but every other booth was Pops figures, and many of them didn't really sell too much. They just kind of sat there, over the 3 days I was at this convention. I'm not surprised they're doing poorly, because I think it's just oversaturation.
Yeah, well said. Honestly, sometimes I look at the wall and I feel like I can't even identify any character I want because there's too many on the wall. So I start to it's like visual noise. I have to look away, and I just go and shop for something else. Like it deters me for just how many there are that exist. And if I'm looking for one in particular, I can never find it. And so it's just like, well, screw it. So I still have probably 10 Pops floating around my apartment, and one at my office and stuff too, kind of like you said, but not enough to have kept it in business by any stretch. So. And the 3 3/4 is a cool way to start. That's a really cool way to start. Pete, what did you get started with in terms of collecting, and what are your thoughts here on the direction of Funko now that you've seen this?
Well, similarly to Adam, original vintage Star Wars. But not as a collector, as a to play with. So I was never. It was never like the same sort of mission here where you're looking for lines, you're looking for completion and stuff. I just wanted to have as many of the characters I could, so I could play with them, you know. So and then probably you kind of get into your teenage years and you kind of fall out of that thing. And then I think probably in the early 90s I started getting into the first sort of waves of McFarlane toys with the horror figures, stuff like that, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, and for the time they were really good. You know, you didn't have that sort of level of detail and accessories and stuff like that. So and then I just kind of stumbled across Hot Toys one day, and there you go. I am really despise Funko Pops. I've never bought one. I have one that somebody bought me, which is a Vader, which is like on my window there, still there. I think as Adam said, the problem is that they spread themselves too thin. I mean, they made figures of people at my work, and I was like, fucking hell. I mean, there's nobody left that's. You know what I mean? They've covered it. You go in there and you're like,
boss as well. We made my boss as well, and he's our trophy for work. We call it the Justin.
But you go in there and you're like, what? Who wants that? And I made the joke about they make the buildings out of them, but you walk into these things and they're stacked like 20 feet high, and you just feel like you're kind of just enclosed by them. There we go.
That's me. Yeah, I gotta wait. I gotta wait in a microphone. You'll have to see it. I just gotta draw some gray in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool. You're getting more distinguished, mate.
There you go.
I mean, I'm all for. I don't want to sound snobbish or elitist in any way. I think it's good that there is I think they were kind of £10 here, so $12, $13 maybe. It's something that if you've not got a lot of money or you kind of want a representation, you can get into it. But for me, a big part of collecting is, and I know it'd be difficult to argue that a Hot Toy figure now is worth £300, $350. But I do see some inherent value in there. I see the craftsmanship, the clothing, the likenesses, the accessories. With these, they're just a big lump of plastic, and I mean, it's sad to see if they are. I mean, I don't wish ill on anybody. They've certainly made hay while the sun shines, because they must have been raking it in at some point when these things were kind of maxed out. And I always used to find it weird when there'd be like an SDCC exclusive of Indiana Jones, and all of a sudden it's going for like $2,000, and you think there's no. I can't see any. If I get a fancy watch, I can see a value in there. You can never justify the value, but I can see the work. With these things, I think it was just about owning that one because it was rare, not because you actually really wanted the figure. So
being able to say you had it.
Yeah. So for me, I'll be quite happy, and for guys like Adam and stuff, I hope they all go through the roof and you can sell those off and make a fortune. But for me, I'll be glad to be able to walk into comic shop and not just be confronted by this giant wall of Funkos. Let's get some more variety out there, I think.
Yeah, well, and somebody, Sean, in the chat here said Beanie Babies at one point was the same kind of an idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? I mean, again, we talked about. I even remember Furbies back when it wasn't quite the same as Pop, but now I have a towel I showed on Collecting Weekly a couple weeks ago from a business called U2's, which is in the similar kind of vein, in my opinion, as Pop Collectibles here or Funko Pops. So again, this oversaturation of the idea, even.
Yeah, and the whole Labubu thing now, will we still be talking about them in 2-3 years time? I don't think
honestly
so.
Even in a year from now, I'd be
curious, right?
and
it just becomes people get swept up in the hype and they'll. I don't think there's any, like with the stuff we collect, there's real intrinsic emotional nostalgic value in there, where we won't just suddenly get bored of them and go, why was I buying those in the first place? So that's how I see it differently. It's about just having them because they're the thing, but in a year, 5, 10, those things won't be out on your shelf anymore.
Well, and I like them for this idea. Like Stuart Shepard said, some pops signed by actors or athletes go for big money. Like I think if you're going to a con and you know you're going to meet an actor that you really like, it'd be cool to have something signed from them.
Yeah.
That represents a cool little signature thing in your displays, maybe. But what were you going to say, Adam?
No, I mean they're making bands. Taylor Swift. Kiss. Sesame Street, Superman, Star Wars, Marvel. NFL, Major League Baseball, soccer. It's like, how do they keep up with it? There's just so much.
Crazy.
Definitely. Before I go to you, Philly, Aaron, and I'm going to definitely get X-Men take on here as well, because he was saying he's got some takes. I wanted to say a big thank you to Ron E. showing up again, being generous once again, dude. Thank you so much, man. As always, I really, really appreciate it. Gifting 10 Ben Thomas Show memberships. That's a hard thing to say. 10 Ben Thomas Show memberships. There we go. Dude, thank you so much, man, for your always consistent generosity. Really, really appreciate it. You help fundraise the channel, and one fundraiser with my pals, you'll never need another cent. This is for you.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
That was definitely not the right clip, but here we go. This one.
One fundraiser with my pals. You'll never need another cent.
There you go. You got two, buddy. Thank you so much for that, my friend. Philly, tell us what you started with collecting-wise, and then what were your thoughts here seeing the news that Funko is going this direction at this point?
I, like any 80s kid, started with 3 1/4. But that was not collecting. That was just me being a kid. And I didn't start, probably with comics, and then like Pete went into the McFarlane, 8-inch, and then he started doing like the 12-inch, and that amazing detail really caught my eye. And from there, I kind of segued into Sideshow and Hot Toys in like around 2010, 2011, and ever since that. But for this, it's like collecting is never gonna die. It just, whatever comes and goes, it's like, something will be next. And, Labubu is the next thing. It's the stupidest name I've ever heard, but, whatever floats your boat. And, it's like, it goes from, remember, Pogs to garbage.
I love Pogs, yeah.
Yeah,
Pogs
garbage
Pogs
pail kids, all that. Now it's Labubu, so God knows what we're going to get in the future, so. But as long as you keep collecting, it makes you happy. That's all that matters, though.
I like that. I like that thought, honestly.
I recently sold a load of my original 80s Garbage Pail Kids stickers for quite a lot of money.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. Well, and like, who am I to say that? Like, I all jokes aside, we tease Zach and the guys at Collecting Weekly a little bit for their Labubu love right now. But on the other hand, if it brings them like subtle bits of happiness in a world that's kind of freaky right now, and there's a lot of turmoil, there's a lot of shit going on, if that one, little purchase gives you that brief bump of happiness every week, who am I to say any different? Hell yeah. And I think Funko Pops have been that for people for a lot of years. If you want to go to the store because your wife or your girlfriend just wants to drag you to Home Sense for a third round, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna buy myself a Superman Funko Pop today. Doesn't matter, got you out of the house. That's a very specific example, but you guys know where I'm going with that. So Aaron articulates, buddy, haven't heard from you in a little bit. What are your thoughts here on the direction of Funko and collecting kind of overall with regards to it?
I've never known what to think about these. I can sort of understand why people do get them, and I can't. And I just think we're all collectors in our own way, and I can't judge someone for what it is that they're collecting. I know Stu in the chat, as I work with him, he collects these, but I've never quite got it. I don't think it's just too big. Like, it's just too many to even begin. Even if you wanted to start, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, because you could just go so far with it. Like, I think if they'd stuck it, if it was just say films, that would be somewhat understandable. But like you said earlier, there's like sports stars, and it's just too massive for me to even contemplate. Like, and well, I wouldn't now anyway. If they're going to stop making them, be stupid now, wouldn't it? But I've never really quite understood the sort of fascination with them. And like you say, Pete, just the sheer volume, like, like, and not to be able to just go into like some of the collecting shops near me and not have them there, when they could actually have another cabinet of some Hot Toy stuff, like actually put some things back in there rather than being taken over with these. I know Forbidden Planet in near us is whole wall dedicated.
Yeah, I think
to their,
like
whole wall. And they used to have like cabinets all the way along, and then they took away like
the shops I know they completely rejigged like the shop to just be like so they could have a whole area just for these things.
They lost that. Like, they lost a few bits there that I was just like, I don't know. I would rather be seeing what I saw before rather than having a whole wall dedicated to them. But yeah, I won't miss them. And the Boo Boos are no, don't get that one either.
Interesting.
I mean, I've gone into like Michael's. They have Michael's in England, which is like a arts and crafts store with my wife, and she does like crafting, and like they have like Pops and Michael's. You know, Joanne Fabrics had them. It's like, come on, it's like they're everywhere.
They have them at the Shoppers Drug Mart here, right at the till. Like you can get them freaking everywhere.
CVS, they're there.
Yeah,
I think. So this is what's also funny as well, and they follow the trend of like higher price ones as well. You go in there and you'd see like all the Force Awakens shit, like all the Kylo Rens and the First Order Stormtroopers. So nobody wanted them in Funko when they were £10 either.
Interesting. And you said this Stuart is your buddy?
Yeah, he is.
Well, thanks for coming in, good sir. This is for you.
It's good to see you.
But Stuart actually answers something for me because he says here, can't sell them. I have a first edition Game of Thrones pops when the show was big and nobody wants them. I think that's interesting because I was curious, in terms of speculative nature, like, are pops going to become more valuable or less valuable now? Like the guy, like this dude on the right hand side here, like how much money has he put into having this collection? Will he not be able to give them away at one point? Like I remember I prided myself on my DVD collection for years. I had like a 400 or 500 DVDs. I had to give them away. I couldn't sell them. By the time it was ridiculous, right?
He looks happy with what he's done, though.
Yeah,
he does look really happy with what he's done.
He did at the time. He's weeping now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Before and after photos.
When he's burning them to stay warm and try and cook some food.
Eating them.
X-Men, are you with us, buddy? Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. I wasn't sure,
buddy. I know you said you had some thoughts on Funko here.
I do, and while we're all having a great time shitting on them, I'm not a huge fan of Funko Pops particularly, but what I am a fan of is Mondo, and Funko owns Mondo.
Right.
So, if my Mondo stuff's threatened, someone's gonna die. That's what I'm saying.
Hopefully they'll get bought out. Hopefully someone will come in and take that.
I hope so,
because they're doing all right.
Yeah, well, see, it's like everything else, right? Like, with everything going on right now, everything's hurting. And Mondo is certainly showing signs of that, too.
Yeah.
But Mondo doesn't have the overproduction that Funko has. And that's, like, the big issue with Funko, right? Because, like I said, they're like cockroaches. You can't spit without hitting one.
Yeah.
And it's way too, it's definitely the Beanie Baby vibe for sure. But I do hope that Mondo gets through all of that unscathed because I got a lot of X-Men that I need still, and they got a lot of plans.
Yeah, and their He-Man line's really great, and I don't collect them.
The new TMNT too. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and the Real Ghostbusters 1/12 they've just started to ship as well.
Oh yeah, and they're doing a new 12 scale line for He-Man as well.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, their Motu line is sick.
Yeah.
And they're doing Thundercats, and they're doing name something.
Ah, amazing. Yeah. No, I'd like to see that stuff. Yeah, hopefully they'll survive.
The Superman animated series.
Oh yeah, they got Superman
There's
coming.
a Superman one coming out with Lois that I would like.
With Lois as an accessory.
Crazy.
That's fantastic and awful at the same time.
Fair. And good thoughts on Mondo. I don't even think I knew that, if I'm honest. And Travis Molitar 86 had mentioned that here as well earlier. So when he mentioned that, I was like, I don't know what that's in relation to. So that's a huge shout out, because I love Mondo and what they've done so far.
Well, that raises a good question. Does that give you pause pre-ordering anything from Mondo if the
Hell no.
possibility is they might go out of business? Are you worried about losing your money?
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm
I
worried about not getting my figures.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think so.
I've got Storm on order, and they got plans for Beast and Jean right now, and I'm hoping to see those come to fruition, because I want the whole X-Men team. At the very least, I want the basic team, and Psylocke. I gotta have Psylocke.
So, something that the Hono line showed me was how low in cost a 1/6 scale collectible can be versus what they charge. And what I've always felt like with Mondo is that they overcharge for what they are, even though they're great, and I think they're very cool. Don't get me wrong, that's not a slight
no, they're
to anybody,
absolutely
but,
overpriced.
but they are
everything's
really
overpriced.
expensive. So I would imagine that the profit margin on them is pretty solid. If anything, I wouldn't be shocked if they divided themselves out at least and became their own entity in order to continue to provide collectibles, as opposed to just going out with the ship. You know what I mean? And because
Well, to be fair,
that's crazy.
To be fair, that's not all that they do. So they do have other irons in the fire, so to speak. So I'm sure they'll be all right. Their soft vinyl line of like Godzilla and stuff like that is always, people are always into that. So
Agreed.
I think they'll probably be okay, but it does make me worry just a little bit about maybe, like, even if they do get through it just fine, like maybe they scale back on a few things. Who knows?
I can see it. Guys, let's keep moving on here, but I do appreciate the thoughts there, and well said, everybody on the panel and in the chat. Thanks for all your thoughts there, guys. Again, we have about 50 people watching. We're about halfway through the show right now. We're still going to talk a little bit about the Lego Enterprise. We've got some Badlands figures to ruminate about. Jazz Inc.'s Batman. We got some more stuff, Mars Toys and Hot Toys news. So we got lots still on the show, so stick around, guys. But if you don't mind hitting the like button while you can, I would definitely appreciate that. But also, if you guys are watching on replay, let us know what your thoughts are here on Funko Pop. They haven't said that they're dead yet. They just have a pretty dire looking trajectory. And if you're a pop collector and you watch this show, how do you feel about this trajectory? Or was this something that you've been kind of anticipating for a while and you're excited to see what the next phase of collectibles will look like? Let us know in the comments. Guys, we looked at this slide last week. Star Trek was highlighted by Lego. We finally got to see what they're actually unveiling. And at first this was leaked. So I saw some leaked images of these, or at least of the Enterprise D specifically. Didn't show any of the characters. And since last week, there's been a couple of pretty prolific YouTubers that have been able to review the set. And, I'll be honest, at first I thought it looked a little on the ugly side, and I only say that because of the saucer section. The saucer section in the show is so iconically oval that it's weird to me that there's so much angularity, I think would be the word I would think, to some of the Lego bricks. They've been able to show pretty rounded things in the past pretty well in terms of Lego, so I was surprised how angular some of these edges look. But... big but. I'm freaking really excited about this either way. I don't think it is the nicest looking Enterprise D that I could have envisioned from Lego,
better
but it's
from the top
but it's
than the underneath.
exactly. I was just going to say that, Pete. Exactly.
Sorry.
Depending on the angle you're looking at it, I agree. I think it looks better from the top. Even at certain angles when it's facing you in the display stand, I think that looks great. They nailed it for me on the Lego minifigures. These are
one
exactly
on the left,
the characters that I wanted.
It's like the worst angle, I think.
The worst angle.
Yeah.
100%. Quite sizable as well, and coming in at about $400 US. So for me, this is going to be about $550-ish Canadian. So it's an investment for sure. But again, you get all the Lego figures you'd want. I think the downfall here is that there's no interior really at all. There's some Easter eggs in the set that I don't want to give away in case people haven't seen the YouTube videos, but there are a couple of Easter eggs in there. I watched the video with the design team and they were talking about it, and it made me like it even more, if I'm honest, just seeing the excitement from those people in the set that they've created and some of the design work that goes into it. It looks cool. It's quite large. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I 1000% am going to buy buy the set on November the 28th when it comes out, and then maybe I'll do like a quick YouTube review of it or something like that. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. The algorithm probably won't favor it for me if I do Lego, but we'll see how she goes. But I was excited, so I just wanted to share it with you guys. Pete and Adam, I know you guys are the only other Trek fans here on the panel, so real quick, if you can, so we can move on for everybody. What were your thoughts here now that we've seen what this looks like?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think it's a bit ugly that they've reused a lot of parts, obviously, on the saucer section. Looks better from the top. I think they're great. I think the minifigures are fantastic. I think a lot of people will buy this just for those and sell off the Enterprise. So if I can find an Enterprise for fairly cheap, I might pick one up just for fun, just to build one. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, obviously, it's a it's a largest piece, but obviously scaled down massively because it's a huge ship. So there's no interior or anything, stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm not going to buy it. But two things: either I'll look for ones where people have split them out, just one of the figures, or might buy a third-party imitation from one of the Chinese sites at some point for a fraction of the cost. But it looks pretty decent. But I think they could have done better. But it's good to see Trek in the universe. And as we said last show, if we can get a 1701 refit or an A, I might be in for that. For you. Yeah,
that might do it for you. I feel like if they're opening the gate for Trek, I'm shocked if we don't see that at some point. Adam, did you have any final thoughts here on the Lego Enterprise D? Now that we've had a chance to take a look.
Yeah, I want to know how is a Lego Wesley Crusher better looking than the Exo 6 Wesley?
The exact same thing.
Yeah,
100%.
Brilliant.
What's up with that?
You should actually try and 3D print that, get a 12 scale one and put it in with a 6 scale one and put it in with your Exo 6, and then send it to Nanjing and go, look, Lego did it right.
Yeah, they're putting you out of business. No other company could do Trek like you do.
No.
Yeah, I think as I said before, it's about time that Lego is one of the premier toy brands in the world that they finally picked up the Star Trek license. So I'm gonna pass on this just because that I have the Corgi diecast and Enterprise D, and this is just too big for my space. But I am gonna, and I think at some point the minifigures are going to be available, like at Lego stores or online. So I'm going to pick up some of those minifigures of like Picard, Worf, Data. That I definitely will want to get.
Hell yeah. I would love to see if they just did some minifigure packs for Next Generation as well. Like, can we get some Klingons? Can we get some, Romulans? Can we get some Ferengi? Right? Like it opens it up.
There's a lot of mileage in that, yeah.
Yeah, well, and I said to you guys last week, right? For me, Exo 6, like I'm sticking very much to the TNG bridge crew because I don't want to try to collect them all and then be eventually disappointed when they don't make all of the lines. But on the other hand, there's so many great Star Trek characters that in Lego form, I would be more willing to collect, especially if they did figure packs of them, right? But like when I was talking about where am I going to put this in my display, like I've got this version. This was the recreated like Playmates version, and like I've been painting the bottom because this one came in complete. None of these windows were painted at all. None of the white windows were painted on top. Like I did all the white windows, which is crazy to me that it came like half painted. But even this size, I'm like, I don't know what to do with this thing. I don't have a good place for it. So. But I'm still gonna get this Lego one anyways. I don't even care. It's pretty freaking cool.
Anything I wish. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say I saw some people saying that you can't put the figures in, so that feels like a bit of a waste. But it would be way too big. You'd have, like it wouldn't look like a ship.
No,
it would just look like a cross section.
Yeah, I mean, they are giving away the shuttle. If you order it, I think this is the first 4 days. You get the little shuttlecraft with then some rows. That's quite a nice. I do tend to try and buy minifig scale stuff because I like to note to like the Falcon is it's not, it's probably only like 80%, but it's, you can get the figures in there and stuff. I think with these, the only thing I wish they'd do, and I know that they well, there's 2 things. Studs on show. I hate studs on show, so if I buy a set I have to buy loads of flats to cover them up. I know Lego like to leave them because they like people to know it's still Lego, and I get that, but this would look fucking ugly if I covered that all in flat bits. And also, the only other thing I wish they did with Picard, I don't like the fact that he's just got the the clip bit
Just the
with
regular
nothing on.
minifigure head?
They should either, I wish that they would do a skull cap for it, or just do a special head that doesn't have that bit, because you're never going to put anything on it. And I know they'll say it's Lego, it's iconic, but I wish they'd do that just with a flat top.
They could have given him like the what's it called, like the cul-de-sac hairstyle with like the little bit of white on the side, right? Like you're saying to hide. That is a bit lazy. Because he was never fully bald.
No,
Never.
But he just looks odd like that with the thing sticking up on his head.
That's a good call. That's a good call. I do like the Wharf and the Data, and then we comes with Spot. Like some really, really great things here. So I'm excited about that. Dave's Man Cave in Real Life says, "Hey guys, got to go to work. Catch up on the replay. Have a great show. Thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Definitely appreciate you being here. We got Big Rip here with us as well. The Watcher joined us as well. Just Keith Lee. Love to see it as well. And Neilerific. He mentioned here that's ugly. What's ugly is the egregious typo revealed. I didn't even see that, man. That's hilarious. And this is by Covered Geekly, which is a pretty well-known news source. So that's freaking hilarious. That's a great catch, man. Revelade, yeah. Right on. Exactly. Guys, Hot Toys also teased a Predator Badlands figure set. Now, we haven't seen anything more than this screenshot so far. As soon as I saw this get posted by Hot Toys, I immediately rushed out and went and saw the film on Friday night. And while I will say, without any spoilers, because I know it's still kind of the first weekend, so I don't want to give anything away. Try to be spoiler light, guys, if you're talking about this in the chat. Without giving anything away, I liked it way more than I expected to, if I'm honest. I would say that it's up there in kind of my top 4 Predator films now, maybe even top 3. I really enjoyed it. But there were elements of the film that I did not love, which is fair. Maybe we'll get that into future weeks. But in terms of a figure, I was like, there's a couple of different looks and a couple of different accessories that I would love to see him come with that are not highlighted by this screenshot. So all we know at this point is that if we get this figure set, clearly we got the Predator with the android girl on his back, and a red sword, or like his glow sword, or whatever you'd call it. So it looks cool from what you can see here. Seamless body is look like what they're teasing as well. So I appreciate that. What I think will break this figure is if not the likeness to the Predator, because I think they're going to nail the Predator likeness. If the likeness to the android girl is off, I think that might mess with this figure a little bit. Now, I would imagine you can probably separate them if you truly wanted to, but who knows? As of right now, it remains to be seen. Deck and Thea, thank you very much. So I really like the film. It made me more excited to potentially collect this for sure. But Philly, I'll go to you first here, buddy. What were your thoughts on this tease, and have you had a chance to see the film yet?
Yeah, it's awesome. Big Predator fan, and we're definitely eating very well right now. So I got actually currently payment system the Samurai and then the Feral, which should be hopefully next month here. And this movie was really good. I was pleasantly surprised. And as for the figure, looking forward to it. And hopefully, without giving any spoilers, I hope they include the other, there's another more accessories to that, to the girl too, especially the girl that towards the end, that would be really well to come with. So let's just say it's, yeah. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, it's I think they'll get the likeness. I'm wondering if it's going to have movable eyes, which I think they should with both of them.
I'm worried she's going to look like the character from the Star Wars show recently. What the heck is her name? Blonde girl with the older guy.
Shin Hati?
Oh, Shin Hati.
Yeah. I saw the Shin Hati sculpt, and I was like, kind of looks like her.
It does. But I mean,
I'm curious.
Elle Fanning is she's up and rising actress, so she's really talented, and I think she has this distinguished look, and but I hope they do the movable eyes for both characters, and I hope they include more accessories, even with the Predator and her, which she has more accessories. So,
movable eyes, awesome. Or like, and this is in the trailer, so this isn't a giveaway. Because she's obviously an android, she's part of the Weyland Yutani group, and there are times in the trailer where you see her eyes are flipped to the Weyland logo, So
Mhm.
I think this would
That'd
be
be
a
cool.
candidate for a figure that actually needs the swap out eyes with the whalen
Mhm.
eyes as well for when she's
Or
gonna
if you
power
just
down.
like move them really high and they have the
Or that
the
as well.
insignia. Yeah. That'd
Exactly.
be cool. But,
Exactly.
yeah, it's a little tricky because I can't talk spoilers. I can't really.
You don't want to
comment
speak.
on it.
Yeah, it's just because it's the first weekend. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah.
We can talk more about it
Yeah.
next week, or if the figure gets shown this week, then we'll definitely talk more about it.
But I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yeah.
Cool, man. Aaron, were you have you seen the new Predator Badlands? I know you're a dad and a busy guy, so have you had a chance to see the film yet? And were you excited to see this? Or
that, have I? The day I come on here and go, yeah,
was
saw it
hoping,
opening night. That'd be the one. But I have had
Sure.
I've had 3 messages this weekend from 3 different people. Well, obviously, otherwise it'd be the same person messaging me the same thing. 3 different people saying it was really good. And then judging by you guys on here tonight, it does sound like it would be worth watching. Will I go? No. I'll probably say I'll stream it when it comes out, and then I won't ever see it. But I am interested to see it because I love Predator. But then again, it's one of those things, like if I actually do really like it, then I'm opening up. All right, maybe I might be in for the figure. And then do I want to go down that route? Sometimes it's better off just to not watch it, just so you don't get that bug. That I really need to get it. So yeah, but I am intrigued. I'm intrigued by the film, definitely. Maybe I might watch it. I won't.
Absolutely.
But maybe I might.
Fair. When it comes on video or Netflix or whatever, Disney Plus maybe.
Disney Plus. Yeah.
Disney Plus.
That's right.
Might tune in for that.
Panel, if you can put in your thoughts if you want to choose to go on this or skip. But Adam, I'll quickly go to you because I think you're a pretty big Predator fan, at least from the past, from my recollection. Is this a film that you've seen yet, and are you excited potentially on the figure side?
Haven't seen it yet. Want to see it. If I have a chance on Tuesday, which is Veterans Day here in the States, I might see it. Otherwise, I'll probably just wait till it hits Apple and just buy it on Apple. I actually saw for the first time last night Predators, the Adrian Brody one that was on Hulu.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And I just never watched it. And I saw it last night. I can't believe what a stacked cast that was. Mahershala Ali, Lawrence Fishburne, Alice Braga. Great cast. Topher Grace. It wasn't such a great movie, but they kind of, the writing was kind of shallow. But it wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. I mean, to me, the first one is still the best, and I love the original Predator with Schwarzenegger. Second one's not bad.
Classic.
But the first one, that's one of my favorite. That's my favorite Schwarzenegger film. I actually like it just a smidgen more than the Terminator films.
The director Trachtenberg and Arnold are discussing hopefully a sequel with getting Arnold back. So that's pretty interesting news.
That's what I had heard, and I do like Prey. I thought that was good. I've seen part of the animated one. I haven't seen all of it yet, so I don't know, something interrupted me and I just didn't get back to it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. In terms of figure, I got to see what the how much I love the film. I do have the original 1.0 Jungle Predator, and I have Dutch. That could be enough for me. But I can't say without seeing the film, so I don't know.
Totally fair. Pete, did you have any thoughts on this final? Before
no, not really. Only that I wasn't too bothered about going to see it, and then I saw the trailer, the newer trailer, whatever, the one where they, I think the director was talking and stuff, and I was intrigued to see that he even referenced Chewbacca and 3PO, and I was like, oh, okay, he's got an android stuck to his back. So it gave it a different twist. So I'm not sure if I see it. So, I mean, if my son wants to see it, I'll take him. But I haven't asked him as yet. I was quite happy to just kind of wait for it on Disney Plus. I've not been to the cinema. I think the last film I saw at the cinema was Fantastic Four. And I hadn't been for ages, but I have booked my my Wicked for Good tickets. It's in 2 weeks' time. So I'm looking forward to that because I thought the first part was brilliant.
Very good.
I guess it's a spoiler territory, but I'm just going to ask it. In the trailer, you see a skull of what appears to be one of the aliens from Independence Day. Do you see that in the film? Is that in there? Is there anything more on that, or
If it's in there, I know what scene it would be in. So I would say a relatively, like, I'd say a 50% confident yes, if I'm honest, just because I'm like, I can picture a scene where they would show it if that's the case, but I don't remember seeing that specifically. So I don't want to give anything away. But yeah, no, interesting thoughts, guys. Interesting thoughts. And like the trailer's a lot to pick apart. I've been trying to watch less trailers and just go in relatively fresh. And this was one that I only saw the first teaser trailer on and then just went in kind of blind. After our buddy Jay Mysterium Yotic said that it was awesome, he was really loving it. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go see it on Friday night, and had a really fun time. But depending on if they show this figure in the next couple of weeks here or even this week, I will have a lot of thoughts on it depending on what it comes with. So stay tuned for the Ben Thomas Show standard video format, because I've got a lot of thoughts that I want to get out of my system, but I don't want to spoil anything for anybody right now. So stay tuned for that, guys. Let's move on here. Jazz Inc. has finally shown us kind of what the final outcomes of his sitting down Batman will likely kind of look like. I gotta say, praise to Jazz Inc. He's gone through some tough family time in the last little while. But he's still coming out with some pretty great communication and what I think here is a pretty awesome likeness to Michael Keaton in the bat cowl, especially for an in-cockpit kind of representation of the character. So I won't go through the whole panel on this one, but Philly, I know that you have one of the bigger Batman displays in your setup. Is this a figure that you've got coming for any of your vehicles at all? What were your thoughts here on the final outcomes?
I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but every reveal looks better and better, so more enticing, especially the price. And not to mention, he is going to be offering that in future. It's something new. You don't have Hot Toys offering that, so it's something new. And with the new tumbler he's developing, he's already including that. BVS, not the BVS, the Batman Begins Batman with the tumbler. So I guess it's a new norm to have a figure in there, which is not necessarily bad. I mean, you can keep your other figure free and pose it and have this as a backup. But for me, I prefer to display without any figure inside. But I mean, at least you have the option to do so. And not to mention Batwing or Batmobile. So that's definitely a good option.
Absolutely. Aaron, what do you think this says to collectors who have had some trepidation around collecting figures from Jazz Inc? Because of course Jazz Inc has been known for their vehicles, some pretty premium stuff for sure, but I know that there's been a lot of trepidation in the collector market of like, can they actually nail a figure? And now that this is kind of what it looks like their final will be for this just literally sitting down representation of Batman, they've got Penguin, they've got Catwoman coming. Should this inspire some confidence, or do you think that this is still too new, it's too hard to say?
I think it's too difficult to say, to be honest. And I think it looks like one of those ones I'd almost need to like have that in hand to judge that properly, I think. And actually, if I ever were to get a vehicle, I wouldn't have, I know it's nice to have that option, but I'd just have the Batman stood next to the vehicle. I think that'd be the iconic pose that I would have if I were to have a vehicle. So I wouldn't even probably be in the market for this if I were to need a sitting down one, to be honest, because I just wouldn't use it. I'd just have the character next to the vehicle. Agreed. But I think I would need to see that properly, and probably would never get the chance to have that in hand. But I think I'd have to look at that first to make a judgment on it, I think.
That's fair. It is hard to say. I think he posted this, and I should have captioned his caption, because I think he said, to everybody who's out there who's nervous about us being, in the figure market now, here's what this looks like, right? And for me, I was like, damn, I think it looks pretty good. So good job,
Ben. Really quick, in regards
to
your comment, I think for me personally, in regards to, is this make me feel comfortable about a figure? This basically, it is and it is not a figure. It's more like an accessory. Yeah. So until I see Catwoman in hand, I wouldn't be able to answer that question. And it's that's the one we're all particularly been waiting for, and we're excited for, the Catwoman.
Yeah. That's the one that kind of sets the bar, doesn't it? And then it opens the floodgates if they do a good job.
Right. exactly.
I was so tempted with that Catwoman. I was so tempted with it. Did you get
Got
it?
the
Pete,
battle
in the end?
damage one on order. I got it.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I've got the Returns 2.0 Batman.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't. I was more actually on the fence about Penguin, but I didn't order him either because I was like, well, yeah, but I'd want the deluxe and I'd want the Penguins as well, and it was like getting up to like 500-600 quid, and I thought, nah, I'll just stick with Batman. Just have Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. This photo must be flipped, like in terms of its perspective, though, because it looks like his stick shift hand is on the wrong side, and his steering wheel grabbing hand is on the wrong side, which is kind of funny. So, but anyways, no, I mean, I was curious as to what you guys would have to say. This does give me a little more confidence, but
maybe he's doing something else with his hands. He's not holding the steering wheel.
I thought you were going to say maybe he's driving in England, but
maybe he's got the Catwoman figure already.
Yeah. Aaron and Peter are like, what? It looks normal to me. I don't know what you guys talking about.
That's how I fly my planes.
That's fair. Sticking in the vein of Batman collectibles and Batman Returns very specifically. Anyways, the Mars Toys is up to something. They posted a Max Shred head sculpt. Max Shrek. My apologies. Max Shrek.
Max
sculpt.
Shred.
Max Shred.
Wow.
I know that actually sounded good too. You know what? For me, like, I know who this is supposed to be. Clearly, Christopher Walken's great. That wow sounded fantastic. If Dean the Dream Martin was here, he'd give you a whole impression too. This is not a character I feel like I need from that film, even if I'm honest. And I do like Christopher Walken a lot. This is a deep cut. This for me is for the collectors out there who need to have all the characters, and if you have to have all of them, I think Mars Toys fills a fantastic slot for that. But for me, like, the Batman Returns film will definitely be represented well with the two Jazz Inc. figures, the Catwoman and Penguin, and the Returns 2.0 from Hot Toys. I think I'll be okay with that trifecta. I don't think I need Max Shrek or Max Shred, depending on how you say it. So
it's a bit.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Listen to these tasty licks.
That's right. That's right.
This guitar solo, it'll melt your face off.
Wasn't there also a toy line and a show at one point called Max Power? I think it was. I think Max Power.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
but for sure. Any thoughts on this, guys? I mean, again, unless you're a full collector line kind of guy, I don't know if you're, or gal, I don't know if you will collect this necessarily, but it's nice to have the option. Any thoughts here on Mars Toys?
Yeah, I think it's
Walken.
Spreading a bit thin. It's not. I mean, that likeness is not great. To be fair, I'm not sure if you didn't know. You could guess, but I don't think it's, if you didn't actually know who it's meant to be, I think it might be a bit of a struggle. And there's a lot of people that went really, loved getting the Alfreds and stuff for their Batman. So I suppose
Alfred,
it's it's on that kind of same level, though he's only a one-trick pony here. It wouldn't be saying
he needs to look more evil. He needs a little more evil in him. And if Jazzing does a kind of civilian Selena Kyle, that'd be something interesting.
I wish they would do an unmasked sculpt for her. I really, really want that.
Or they should do the head of
like
him
her in her
when he's getting
secretary outfit.
Yeah. Or they should do the head for this when he's been electrocuted by her.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
like the McFarlane one we saw a couple weeks back, where he was like purple. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I think the eyes need to be wider.
Yeah, you think so?
Crazy eyes. Yeah.
I agree with the expressive or the like. The
he looks a bit
expression.
stoned, doesn't he, Ben? You know.
He does look a little bit stoned. You know.
He's high on power, you guys.
Power.
He looks more like Chancellor Valorum from episode 1.
Yeah,
yeah, he does. Yeah.
Oh wow. I mean, oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I need more cowbell.
That's Terrence Stamp, wasn't it? Yeah.
We have 63 people watching. Who in the chat is getting this if it comes out? Who needs a Max Shrek? Who needs it? Put it in the chat, guys, if you're gonna get this.
I do think there are some Batman Returns super fans who would get everything from that movie.
100%. See, you guys mentioned the Alfred Pennyworth, and I'm thinking like, yeah, I can understand why that was a necessary fill-in, because you could put that with at least 4 different Batmans as well, right? Like all of those first 4 Batmans had that same Alfred. So for me, he was a staple character, whereas Max here, I mean, like he was definitely part of that movie, but he was just kind of he was like a supplemental villain. Like he was just kind of in the background. Right, he was
created the scenarios.
Power, exactly, pulling the strings, but didn't necessarily need him. So
no.
Michael Gough, he was the only actor that was in all 4 movies, right?
Yeah,
we didn't get Pat Hingle back for a number.
What about Pat Hingle? As
was he in? Oh yeah, he was in Batman and Robin. That's right.
Who's Pat Hingle again?
He was
Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was. I forgot about that. He was. Man, that's sad because he was such a forgettable character.
Yeah, I'm not sure you'd want him on your
best
shelf, really.
Gordon representation.
No.
Master Darcy says, "I want some Max Shred workout supplement." We just created our own protein here on the Let's Get Nuts channel. Big Rib says, "Thumbs down." He's not getting it. You hate to see it. Guys, let's keep moving on here.
Sorry. I was just going to say, Ben, I've got the Alfred I've done the whole Forever
good, right?
line, and I really, that looks great on the shelf with all of them together. But I think if I had already, say I went in on the Catwoman and I had got Penguin and I would slowly started to build that up, I think I would end up, this would be one of those stupid ones that it'd piss me off that I didn't have it. And I know that it exists, and then I'd just get it anyway, because I'd be like, well, do you know what? I'm like, if I'd bought all of those, I'd be $1,000 in probably, like easy. So what's 1,200 quid just to chuck him in because it's there?
It's how this hobby works, mate. I mean, I'm the same with like Star Wars. I've got like, this is the figure I want. Look for it for ages, track it down, buy it. Then all of a sudden, there's another one. Now I need that one. And if you know there's more figures, they all of a sudden become really important. And if he's the only one left, you'd be like,
I'll get him now then.
Yeah.
See, I'm almost the opposite, Aaron and Pete, on this, because it's like I'm sometimes that collector where I'm like, ooh, wouldn't it be cool to have this character? And then when they give you that character, you're like, all the reasons why I don't need it and probably won't get it this time, right? Or if I miss it, I'll be like, oh, you know what? I missed it. That sucks. I'm sad. Like I missed the Alfred the first time they put it out because I didn't think it looked enough like Michael Gough for me to be like a need. And then I had collector friends that were like, "You're crazy. This thing is awesome in our Batman displays." And so I was like, "Damn! Like I overjudged it. I should have just got it when I had the opportunity." And then they put it out for a reissue so that you could get it again, and I skipped it again.
You still didn't buy it.
I still skipped it. Because I was like, because there's so much priority choosing in this hobby, right? Like we talk about, these, like while it's been a slow Hot Toys news week, there are still figures coming out left, right, and center. In November, December, we are going to have a tidal wave of final releases, and it's gonna drown people's wallets, right? Not just light them on fire. Like they're just throw it in the ocean. That's gone, right? And so, like these characters, where I'm like, on a slow week, I'm like, yeah, I'd consider a Max Strack if it was a slow week or I had some extra bucks. But then once some of these other ones that I want more come, it goes like to the bottom of the pile or the bottom of your display shelf. You know what I mean?
I do the same thing, Ben. Don't worry about it. I mean, I have a Batcave over here and I don't have Alfred. So the only Alfred I have is from BVS. So, but yeah, I still haven't gotten him, and I think I'm gonna not get him eventually.
Totally fair. Guys, let's keep moving on because we got a couple more pieces of news before the end of the show today. Hot Toys Ballerina Eve Macaro has been put up for its pre-order. Now, the Artisan, this is an Artisan line, Artisan exclusive, 2,500 units. This went up for order, I think 2 days ago now, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in that range. I saw that it did sit for what looked like at least almost 24 hours, maybe not quite 24 hours. But in terms of the Artisan figure line, I don't know if it's waitlisted now. If somebody could check, that'd be awesome. But it sat for a while, and I think honestly, a big contributing factor to that was it just doesn't look enough like Ana de Armas, at least for the price that you're paying. When we're getting into Artisan line territory here, right from the get-go, they hadn't posted the price right away. So when I did my first take video on this the other night, I was anticipating $400 kind of at the minimum side. It was $380, so I was pretty close in the terms of the guess, but even still, $380 is expensive to get in with an artisan figure, unless it's a character you absolutely need in your display, and or if you love it. Like, if you love it and it's worth it to you, then hell yeah, that's awesome. But I didn't think it looked enough like Ana de Armas.
Still available.
It's still available. Only 2,500 units. And I saw a lot of people saying they wouldn't buy it unless they improved the sculpt. But at this point, like with only 2,500 units, I think what we're seeing here is pretty much what we're going to get. And the thing that I think that I skipped on a little bit when I gave my first take on this the other night was just how kind of off the outfit and tailoring even is. Like, if you look at the differences in her jacket, the buttons, the sweater underneath, all of it is kind of subtly off, and then the face is just not there. It just doesn't look enough like her to me. Now, one of the debates I had with our buddy Jose Plus today was he'd posted an AI photo of Ana de Armas here and said, hey, like, if I can, with relatively basic technology, create a better AI generated face of Ana de Armas in figure format than Hot Toys can, then what the hell is Hot Toys doing? And my only argument response to that was, fair, but you're creating an AI image, whereas they still have to render this, print it, paint it, all the things, right? They have to bring it to physical life. And so I didn't think it was necessarily a super fair comparison, but what I understood him saying was, how is it possible that they can dial in the likeness for characters like Hugh Jackman in that yellow suit Wolverine? It's so freaking good. Or that Harrison Ford we talked about last week, Pete, right? Like, how good does that sculpt look? And then they miss badly on Ana de Armas here. Is it just because she's so beautiful and her skin is perfect and all the things that, like, they have a hard time with that? But then I argue, I look at the new Black Widow figures and I go, man, they finally been able to, perfect Scarlett Johansson, but it took 10 figures, maybe less, to get her likeness dialed in, right?
Well, and so it's a practice.
That's it. Is this just a practice round? Are we going to see a better Eve down the line? And then lastly, before I go to you guys, obviously she's got
that jacket's horrible.
Right. This is the fire retardant jacket, and it is big in the film. It is big in the film too.
That's the only part that they got right. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
but I have not seen the movie. But would you have that on your shelf like that? It looks awful.
There's no way you put it. No,
Hell no, I wouldn't have that. But also, it's like she's just like some secretary of business casual. Like, what else am I gonna do with her?
Well, it's a boring outfit.
Yeah,
You're right.
There's the dress. They should have done the dress, the cocktail dress.
They should have done the dress,
seamless,
but then they would have had to do a seamless body. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's even adding to the cost, right? So I'll go through the panel because you guys all have some thoughts on this. Obviously, they teased a John Wick from this movie as well, which also looks pretty freaking good in the background.
That's more interesting.
But I don't think I need another John Wick. I'd rather, if I was going to get another John Wick, I'd rather see a John Wick 2 2.0 than John Wick from this movie, if I'm honest. But that's just me. Let's go to, you know what? We'll start from the bottom first. X-Men Supreme. Tell us what your thoughts were here on Eve Macaro.
I think you nailed it in your video about it. It's and you saw my comment on that. It's all aspect ratio. They squished her head. I bet you if they stretch that shit out, it'd be great.
Yeah, it looks like she's got she looks like she's been hitting the top of the head with a frying pan or something. Like, it
exactly. It's like her head is flattened out. It's all like wide everywhere, and it's just like that's all it is. That's all it is. If they fix that, I think everything else will fall into place. So they just could take the grab tool and just grab the top of her head and just pull it up. Be great.
Yeah, really, because it's like not even the right shape. Hey, like and the part looks different. Like it's quite a bit different.
Her eyebrows are too far apart.
Yeah, I'd say that it looks a little bit like. I'd say that it looks a little bit like Gal Gadot and Natalie Portman had a baby.
Mandy Portman, yeah,
a little bit.
Maybe a bit of Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, Mini Driver.
Yeah. I get a bit of Ray Skywalker as well coming from that as well. It's all over the shop.
They just made like generic, good-looking woman, haven't they?
Women.
I mean.
What's your last name? Skywalker.
Can we not ever bring that up again?
I've just been sick in my mouth.
I'm busy trying to pack up camera stands right now. I don't need to be puking all over the place.
That's valid. That's valid. Aaron, since you haven't seen this movie because you're a busy dad and everything, what are your thoughts here on the likeness to Anna de Armas, at least for this character?
It's so off, isn't it? This is border. If you bought that, I reckon that's borderline. You wouldn't have a clue who that is. That it just looks like a woman on, like, just a woman walking through the street, doesn't it? like just a random woman. Like I wouldn't see the likeness at all.
No.
And like you were saying, Ben, like it's amazing, isn't it, how they can put out such quality stuff, and then you get something like this now and then, and you're like, oh god, what have they done there? Like, and it always makes me wonder. Like, I know they've probably got, like, I don't know how the toy companies work, but like, there's probably deadlines, and they've probably, like, they're probably saying we've got to get this one out now, and you have to do it. But like, when they took the photos and put it all together and just sat there and looked at it, does nobody in the office or whatever go, oh, we fucked that?
They put the intern on this one, mate. This wasn't the top. This wasn't the top tier.
Like, sure, doesn't someone go, we can't put that out? No, and then just pull it, or just wait a bit, or whatever. But it just amazes me that you just let it go. Like, oh wow, it looks shit, but fine.
It's fine.
They must know it looks shit.
Well, that's the thing, is they got so many people working on so many things. This is like the D team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got like the intern in. They've got gun, and they got. It's not a bad effort, mate. It looks human. It's quite pretty.
Yeah,
That'll do.
It does look like keeping it on the end of a frying pan.
Yeah,
though.
no one's going to buy it anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, it's a short run. Fuck it.
Well, I also shout out to 16 Figure Focus, our buddy Shane, too, because he watched my video, and when I first commented on this, I compared the face and the hair, the way that the hair is kind of lining the face, to the Catwoman that I'd got, the Catwoman 2.0, the Anne Hathaway, which she had a very distinctive hairline in the movie, but also in the figure. And in the figure, when you don't have the goggles on the hairline to kind of hide the hairline, it looks like she's wearing a face on top of the hairline in a weird way. It's like the hair comes to the back of her, and Shane called it the Alex Murphy effect, right?
I was
like
going to say on the Battle Damage Robocop,
literally.
yeah.
Literally, and I'm like, and this screams that a little bit to me as well, which is weird from the photos. But Philly, tell me what your thoughts here on this figure and the likeness and kind of how they put it out. Because do you feel like this actually diminishes the Hot Toys brand a little bit when they can put out something so good like that Han Solo, and then this follows it up only a week or two later? Does it diminish the brand, or is this to be expected from toy companies?
Well, this is simple. This figure is going to turn into a Peacemaker. I guarantee you. So what's going to happen is, I never comment on Hot Toys figures whenever they announce figures, and I commented on this because it was so that bad, and it was so overwhelming that I guarantee you they're going to fix it, and they're going to do an update. And then this figure is going to be probably a low batch number, and it's going to be a high desirable figure. That's what's going to happen. Or they might end up doing a 2.0 with the dress and updating with that new head sculpt. And all it is I looked at it very carefully. Her signature look is her eyes and her lips. And if they fix the lips more defined and her eyes need to be a little more bigger, I think that sculpt would be dead on. The eyes are not as big as her, because she has unique large eyes, and if you look at the figure, it's not, the eyes are very small and more separated apart. So I think what they need to do is they're gonna have to resize the eyes, because I think whenever they make a sculpt, they have a standard size of eyes, and I think sometimes they go with it, and you kind of lose likeness a little bit, or sometimes they'll update it. And I think they didn't update it in this version. So if they resize the eyes like maybe 10% bigger or 5% bigger, I think it'll be more accurate, and they redesign the lips, they'll probably do that. And I guarantee you they're going to update the sculpt. They will, because I've never seen such, I literally looked at all the comments, and, and one of the biggest, John Wick fans, Mr. Bob the Man,
Bob Dylan.
He was really disappointed. He told me, he was like, we were talking about it, and he was really let down. And if they see that, they're gonna act. I mean, because he's big in the community, and if you let Bob down, you better fix it. So I foresee Hot Toys fixing this. So just keep an eye on that. But other than that, like if I see a dress version, dress version, I would definitely get it with a seamless body. But this, yeah, that especially that horrible jacket, no, I'm not getting this.
I'll be curious to see too if will she appear in John Wick 5, right? If she comes back in John Wick 5, would we get another representation of her as well, potentially? Something that's a little more dialed in, just like they did with that Ahsoka figure, right? The Ahsoka figure from her from that first representation of Rosario Dawson was pretty decent, and then when they did that, the second option with her from her show, she looked that much more dialed in. Like, are they going to wait to dial it up at that point? Pete, Philly brings up an interesting point, because I agree with you, Philly, in the sense of that, like, I try to not be too negative, because I still recognize these as artistic representations, right? Like they're still figures at some point. They still require paint and hair and lighting and better photography and some of those things. And so a lot of the time, when you see any figure get posted, you see the negative comments. Like I saw people say that Han Solo didn't look like Han Solo. And I'm like, that to me makes no sense. Like people saying, who is that, is like, you're just being a troll. You're just being negative. Yeah. But when you see such a large amount of people be like, sorry, but who the hell is this supposed to be? This is not their best showing. That's why I was asking earlier, does this diminish the brand then a little bit? Because I would rather have them waited to show us this for 6 more months if they meant that they dialed it in, versus putting this out there and people just being like, what the hell is that? And then their premium artisan line that's meant to be exclusive and all these things is still sitting available after 2 days, 3 days. That's not a good look. What are your thoughts here, Pete?
I think I've gone on record before saying I'm really not a John Wick fan. I saw the first one, okay, fine. Started to watch the second one. I think I just got fed up with the kind of the stuff. But I know people love it. But again, they're never going to be figures that, even if I love the films that I'd really want. I mean, they're just people in suits, right? Sure. I think, I don't know, I can't remember the name of the company. It was the third party that did her character from Brave Brother 2049, and their likeness was amazing, and I think people I saw some things on Facebook where people would put pictures of that on and then contact them and buy the STL off of them. It was so much better than this. I don't think it diminishes the brand, because I don't see this as anything like the other franchises they've got. I know that a lot of people like John Wick, and this is kind of fun. I will never watch this film, but I'm disappointed to see that Ana de Armas isn't getting a good likeness of herself. It's going to be difficult because she's very beautiful, but other people have done better, and I think they will need to address it. But yeah, I don't think it spoils the. They can never be spot on all the time, and then when it's a character I'm not too bothered about, I'm not going to waste any effort really moaning about it, because I know I'd never buy it anyway. So.
Fair. That's fair. No, that's fair. Smallville fan says, honestly surprised they made this given the poor box office for the film. I had thought the exact same thing, if I'm honest. When I first saw the teaser go up, similar to what we saw with the Badlands teaser earlier, and then just nothing came within about a week or two after that, I was like, ooh, this has got graveyard territory all over it. And then they showed it, but then they showed it and it looks like shit. So I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? Adam, did you have any final thoughts here, buddy, on Ana de Armas or our ballerina figure from Hot Toys?
Yeah, like Pete, I'm not really into this franchise. But on kind of taking off what Smallville fans' comment was, it makes me think that Hot Toys may have been contractually obligated to come out with the figure. And this film came out June. I just looked it up. It came out June 6th. It's a few months ago. It's taken this long to come out. So I think they may have just had to. The studio had, contractually obligated to come out with something. But I think Philly's probably right. They're probably gonna, I haven't the next favorable comment I hear about this figure will be the first favorable comment I've heard about this figure. So I think they're gonna go back and fix this, and there probably will be a very low supply. And I hate to use the term grail because there's not many grails out there, but who knows? This could be because all of a sudden this will look great and people will want it, and it'll be short supplied. You never know.
I think so. I think this is going to be, because we know two things about Hot Toys, right? One, they will cancel something if it doesn't get enough orders. And two, they will fix something if they want to put it out and people will give them enough shit. And we've got the opportunity for one of either of those situations happening here. And I think because of that, I think it's a safe bet to just go ahead and pre-order this if it's a figure that you want, because you're either going to get your money back or they're going to fix it and it's going to be great and you're going to love it, is what I think.
Makes sense. I was also looking how bad this nameplate is on this base. There's something that I missed on my figure take video because I was so shocked by the head sculpt, but that is one of the ugliest nameplates I've ever seen. How much font is in one plate? Like, why did they just not call it Ballerina
I think the base
or
is shit
Makaro?
as well. I could make a better one than that. I have.
Fair. I mean, I like that it's at least magnetized. I think that's kind of cool, and I like a snow effect. But I mean, I agree.
Great,
like
it's just completely
basic.
flat.
It's not good. Yeah. And I mean, she comes with some reuse. I think that's the same flame piece that we got with our Mando figures.
Mando, yeah.
Yeah, pretty confident. The sword that she's got with the blood effect does look pretty cool. For me, this could have easily just been a sculpted hair character as well. I almost wonder if sculpted hair would have actually improved the likeness, similar to how I felt it with the Harley Quinn a couple weeks ago when they showed the sculpted and the artisan one. I actually thought the sculpted looked better. Maybe this would be improved likeness just with slightly better hair. It's possible. But curious to see. But guys, let us know in the chat what you thought about Ballerina. Obviously, it's still sitting there. Only 2,500 units worldwide. That's pretty crazy if that still hasn't sold out after all of these days. I think people are waiting to see if they're going to say, hey, this is going to get updated or not. And if not, I think the few out there that collect everything or collect as, artisan or artisan collector specifically will still pick it up. But maybe you guys will be right. Maybe Dave, especially, maybe you'll be right, buddy. Maybe this will become one of those limited chase figures eventually that everybody needs to have. Or we'll see a massive upgrade on a John Wick 5 Ana de Armas down the line. Let's see. But last but not least today, guys, of the show, I wanted to just bring this real quick up because, we talk about prioritizing our hot toys. And I think sometimes as YouTube pundits, when it comes to 6-scale collecting or panelists or even just collectors, every week, almost every week, I should say, there's at least one, maybe two, sometimes 5 figures that pop up, and we're all like, man, I got to pre-order that. Man, I got to pre-order that. Wow, I got to pre-order that. And then after about 2 months, you start to forget some of the things that are even in that pre-release category. And so I wanted to do a quick scroll of these 2 pages on Sideshow at the very least. Now, some of these have come out in other markets, right? So some of you guys out there, for example, have the yellow suited Wolverine, right? I don't. I'm still waiting on mine begrudgingly, getting kind of mad about it if I'm honest. But, there's some interesting folks here. I was curious if any of these characters on the screen, now that I'm showing them to you guys, are like, oh shit, I forgot about that one. So there's a couple for me. I was honestly forgetting at this point that a Cassian Andor had been shown. I'd already forgotten the Joker, the bank robber version as well, which is kind of crazy because I was really excited when that first came up. I reminded myself that I still need to order a Vi from Arcane because I really, really enjoyed that show. And I have Jinx on order, but I don't have her sister yet. Totally forgot about this Captain America strike suit. I've got the Scarecrow on order now.
Is that in any sort of order? So he's really randomly...
I don't think it's in. I don't know if it's in necessarily.
No, there isn't any
order.
There isn't any order. It's just weird.
I think there is an order. They're just in here. Yeah.
He's an agent of chaos.
Yeah.
Darth Nihilus here. I mean, I'm sure we'll see the Wolverine TVA jacket version come out here pretty soon. It says it's almost gone. What's on the second page here?
I'm looking forward to that freeze though. That's going to be cool.
Mate,
that
I
freeze?
can't wait for that Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
So I cancelled my freeze.
And Jar Jar Binks, of course, yeah.
I've got him pre-ordered. I've got Jar Jar pre-ordered.
Yeah, me too.
I am,
Jar Jar?
Yeah.
For my son.
For
my son, honestly.
I just love him.
Yeah. He is a twat, yeah.
Absolutely. James Bond was in here. Stacey Tin, totally forgot he came out. The other John Wick, of course, now that we're looking at this other John Wick here today, potentially as an option.
Still
Blade
tempted with that
likely be coming.
RoboCop. Still tempted with it, even though I don't even need it.
See, I've got the RoboCop 3, Aaron, and I'm like in the,
I've
kind of
got
in the
that.
same boat. I'm like,
I think that
you?
RoboCop
Yeah.
3 one's great.
it's
But for some
amazing.
reason, I like the look of that one.
I like the look of it, but I don't like that movie very much. So I tried to rewatch it again, and I had a really hard time with it.
No, I quite like
Broken Tusk Predator. This came out only a couple weeks ago, and I totally already forgot that was a thing.
What,
And then
Kamen
Superior
Rider
Iron Man.
stuff.
Yeah, so there's a couple in here. Was there anything that I know you kind of mentioned it already, but Pete, is there anything in here that you're like really heavily anticipating from this pre-release
the
section?
Batman Returns 2.0 is and then I've got Freeze as well, but these most of these are going to be next year now. There's a few on the other page that should make it out. I think he should be out before Christmas, but I don't know whether he will be or not. I hope so. That'd be nice. So I'm debating
Really
whether or
excited
not
to see.
to pick up a tuxedo and stuff to have the Michael Keaton portrait. 'Cause I think it looks really good. I won't be displaying it on the Batman figure, but so maybe that's something I'll do. I've got the Wolverine. I've ordered the Anakin, but not the Obi. Yeah, but not the Obi-Wan. I don't want that Obi-Wan. But this Anakin looks great. I think the sculpted hair on this is fantastic. So, yeah,
Does look good actually.
Yeah, this
doesn't
for
it?
me
That
was
does look
pretty
good,
much a
Pete.
definitive Anakin, with the exception that he doesn't come with his robe, which I think is a
yeah. Well, I've
bonus,
got that weird third-party one that came out a couple of years ago with the doll hair.
Oh yeah.
So he'll be replacing that, and obviously he's got the robe and stuff. So I'll just mix and match. But he looks. I think the head sculpt looks. I think it's the best likeness. The hair looks. I think better than any of the artisan ones. So yeah, but that's it for me really. Just those couple.
For sure. What about you, Adam? Any here that you're really excited for that are still in the pre-release phase?
Yeah, I actually just pre-ordered 3 this past
shit.
week. Jinx from Arcane for Emily.
hell
That's
yeah,
be
dude.
Emily's first hot toy. She loves that shit.
Cool.
Really? On the
I just
slider, the
pre-ordered
next
the
one.
Batman Returns,
Yeah.
the deluxe version of that,
Yeah.
and I just pre-ordered. It's in stock, but I'm just going to pay it out over a couple months because I got a bunch coming in. Beverly Crusher from X06,
Hey.
and then I did
Nice.
a day one pre-order of the Bespin Han. I still got. I'm
did,
waiting
eh?
for the Battle Damage Vader, and which has already been released, and the Amazing Spider-Man, which just came out a week ago. So those, I imagine by the end of the year, I'll get those. I imagine Chewbacca with C-3PO is probably going to come out in the next.
Yeah, it's June.
Any
It's
day now,
yeah.
I have
think,
that, and other than that, I have.
Is that even on here? I
the
didn't even see that on here.
No, it's
Attack
not.
of the Clones, Obi-Wan,
That's
and
weird.
Vader on the table, but those probably won't be till next year. I have not pre-ordered Jar Jar, Cassian Andor, and the Scarecrow. Those 3 I'm definitely getting. I just, I like to keep my pre-orders under 10 at a time. So like once Battle Damage Vader and Spider-Man comes, then I'll unless it looks like they're gonna sell out, then I'll pre-order them. Big Chap I probably am gonna get as well.
I don't have Big Chap on order, but I've been tossing it around because I've got the Xenomorph, the Scorched Xenomorph ordered. But like the Big Chap's so iconic.
You're going to
right?
give that one away, aren't you, Ben?
I've got 2. Well, I've got 2, like one for myself, and then
right.
I've given 1 away. So yeah. But I kind of want both, if I'm honest. This thing looks freaking awesome as well, and a little bit less of a
definitely see getting
footprint
both.
for this one actually. For this one, I think, but interesting. I'm
Yeah,
excited for
maybe
that Jinx
Chewie's
figure.
not
I
on
know-
there because he's about to
I
I
drop.
don't see Chewie on here. Yeah,
He's
I
not.
bet he's got to be about to drop,
Yeah.
And the Terminator endoskeleton is one I want as well.
dude. Yeah,
Because I have the T800,
Oh,
the
yeah.
clean and battle damage, and I have the T1000. So I definitely want the endoskeleton.
Yeah, where's Chewbacca on this list? Maybe we just uncovered it, guys. Maybe he's going to be out this week. Maybe he's
Yeah.
no longer being considered pre-release. 'Cause, I mean, the
He's
Han just came
waitlisted.
out, so.
He's waitlisted on
I was
side.
going to say,
Oh,
it's
he's
just got stuff
waitlisted?
that
Maybe
has
that's
yeah.
why.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
filtered
that's
out
why.
stuff that's sold
be
out,
why.
I guess. Yeah.
When Han came out, it got waitlisted within a matter of hours.
Immediately. Yeah,
Mm.
I know. I was pissed. I was pissed about it. What about you, Philly? Anything that you're excited for here on the big list?
Yeah, all the randos, all the stuff we've been asking for a long time, like the Cad Bane, that's actually on pre-order. I can't afford to, I waited, 12, 15 years for that because originally that was teased back in 2012. The big chap, but honestly, I have the the Alien Warrior one. So that's similar to the big chap.
Yeah.
So I end up getting the other one with the hind legs, the recent one. What's it called? The
Romulus.
Scourge, the Scourge one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, all the stuff we've been asking. I mean, we've been asking for Mr. Freeze. That's a big random one. The Scarecrow. We've been asking for the Scarecrow for a long time. So it's like all the ones we've been asking, and not the ones that they think they're telling
And
us that we want.
obviously, most people went for the non-wing version of Freeze because that's not on there. They've only got
Such
the
a
deluxe
huge
one.
footprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a
I don't
huge
know what it
footprint.
was. It was just in one, like literally a few seconds of it in the
Yeah.
in the movie, but look
it
at
looks
that.
ridiculous.
It's
It looks even more ridiculous than he does anyway. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool, ridiculous. But those wings, nah.
But there's a lot of like going back to the stuff, revisited stuff. So stuff like for example the RoboCop that includes the Alex Murphy head sculpt. I used to have the battle damage one because that's the only that's where it came with, and I would have been bugging. I sold it, and I've been like wanting a battle damage because it comes with that amazing head sculpt. It's too bad they didn't update the eyes where they're movable, but it's still a good head sculpt. So I'm definitely getting
looks like
this
Catwoman.
because it's how can you not have that? It looks so cool. So all the stuff we've been asking, all the stuff that they've been going back to the well. I'm definitely I've already pre-ordered even the endoskeleton. I mean the endoskeleton they've done that before. But the Genesis version and then the really, really old one. I have the Genesis version, but who doesn't want to army build the endoskeleton army? That'd be kind of cool, right? So
At
maybe I'll
$580 Canadian,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm
Expensive,
that
yeah.
rich, but goddamn. Yeah, you guys are getting all my Canadian conversions. I apologize up in the corner. Well said though, Philly. I mean, there's a lot of good ones there. Aaron, you've got a bit of a pre-order list still going. What's really
Yeah, I
highlighting?
have.
You mentioned the Freeze, I think, right? What?
Yeah,
what
I got
else is out for you?
Freeze. Jar Jar I've got pre-ordered. The two that I really like on here, which I definitely won't buy, but I really like, are those Death Stranding ones, mate. Have you played? Has anyone played the games?
I played the first game. I didn't play the second.
Mate, the second one is banging. It's
Is it?
so
Okay.
good. Yeah, it's really good. And I really like the figure they done. Look at him. I think
Brilliant.
such a great figure to have.
It'd be so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. But yeah, so you got that. Yeah, I think this might be a contender for figure of the year. If I'm
Mate,
honest.
look
This
at
looks freaking insane, dude. It's so good, and the accessories.
Yeah, the
So good.
accessories are really good. And as I said, I put hours into two. Like I got really heavily into it, and it was weird actually because I was playing this, and my daughter watched me play some of this because I was like, actually, do you know what? All you're doing is delivering parcels. She can watch this. There's not much like violence going on, but at the same time, my wife had started watching Walking Dead. So for about a month, all I ever saw was him. I was like, if I was playing a game, it was him. I went in the lounge and he was in there. And then apparently there was a day I was at work and my daughter said to my wife, that's that bloke that delivers the parcels. And my wife was like, what? He's like, he delivers parcels. I got him from work. She was like, Phoebe reckons he drops parcels off. I was like, yeah, he does though. He does. It's
But not in The Walking Dead. Yeah.
that's that bloke that drops the parcels off.
He's a glorified
Look at
UPS man in a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
Even that's great.
I mean, Aaron never
getting this
gets out
then
to
too,
the he never gets out to the movies, but he bangs in a solid 8 hours of gaming every day.
That's what I
This
was
is my
thinking.
problem for you. Yeah, on games.
That's what I was thinking.
Battlefield.
Yeah.
I'm on Battlefield 6 at the moment. It's cracking. I've just bought Football Manager.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You'll never see the daylight again, mate.
Well, I got Football Manager because obviously with the next baby due in March, I was like, that is such an easy game to play when there's a
Yeah,
baby kicking
yeah.
around.
It's you just jump in and
do
out, can't you?
20 seasons on that, I
Yeah,
reckon.
yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats, by the way. I didn't know that. That's big news. Congrats.
Thanks, Ben. Yeah, we found out Friday it's baby girl.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Congrats.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
that's two
right,
girls and my wife.
2 little
That's
ladies.
Gonna be,
mate. Yeah, and
gonna be
girl
nice.
cat.
Oh,
I can already hear.
yeah.
I can already hear the Aaron articulates
Yeah.
video.
You're in trouble now.
I'm in massive trouble. Massive
There you
trouble.
go. Are you getting this one, Aaron? Did you say? Is this
No,
one,
I'm gonna
or
try.
no?
I really had to like. I don't want to go down the route of buying video game characters. Like it's
Fair.
just something I've always said to myself. But I was extremely tempted.
This guy looks crazy. I think he wouldn't. He makes me think of some of the guys from the Schwarzenegger Running Man. There's that crazy
Legit.
opera guy, and
Well, mate, that guitar is like a massive weapon in the game, and you get
Oh,
the
yeah.
guitar at the end, and like it's insane. Like it's so like Hideo Kojima that like it's just
Yeah.
mental. The whole game's mad.
That's freaking dope.
But it's really good. It is really good. And that RoboCop is still great. And Kane,
The color
but
is
it's just massive. Like that would be
Kane is
massive,
just
wouldn't it?
Our buddy
It's
Jay,
huge.
Mysterio Miotics, he's getting the Kane and he's getting the RoboCop. He's got a huge
Is
like Terminator and RoboCop
Yeah, he
setup,
has,
though.
hasn't he?
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, it's gonna look so
I-
good.
I
on this
hope
display, but
they
there's no way I can do it.
Redo Ed 209 because that's another one I had and I sold and I would love that game.
Yes.
It's
No, I
like
love
in my
mine.
collection.
yeah, it's
100%.
fantastic.
100%. X-Men, are you there with us, buddy? Can you still hear us?
Yeah.
Anything? I know it's hard. You probably can't see the list here very well, but anything that you're most excited for here coming up? It's pre-release.
Yeah, too much actually.
Too much, yeah.
I have Vi and Jinx as well
Hell yeah.
on order, as well as Chewbacca, as well as whatever Deadpool and Wolverine thing isn't released yet,
Mm-hmm.
and what else? Some other stuff, but like I'm still waiting on the stuff that's already been released, like Black Widow, like Wednesday, like.
Yeah.
Mm.
The 2 deluxe Wolverines that I ordered. Friggin', I may be cutting some stuff off just because I've got a lot more than I planned on having, and with all the stuff that's coming out that I know is going to be expected next year, I've decided to start slimming down what I currently have and start getting ready for the multitude of Wolverines that we're about to see, because they want that video game money. So
Yeah, true. 100%.
so that's gonna happen.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, just like the Spider-Man games is what you mean, right? Like similar.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of vein? Yeah. for
yeah,
sure,
they're gonna have so many different
for sure.
costumes and stuff from that. But yeah, man, it's a lot. It is a lot. Like
It's a lot.
I'm dreading the next couple of months.
But yeah, right. Like dreading, but also excited because it's like there's so many cool things that you're gonna get. But then it's like, where do you put them? How do you appreciate them all individually? That's the issue that I have sometimes. I feel like
Oh,
the
yeah.
collective community. So many people wanted Poe Dameron for so long, and
Yeah.
I haven't really heard many people.
It's a
talking about him
quality
that
looking
much,
figure,
if
but
I'm
again,
honest, but-
who's still rocking a sequels trilogy
That's right.
display? I mean, it's
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. No, well said, guys. Well said. I think at the end of the day, seeing this list for me, it's why I wanted to bring it up to you guys today. Just goes to show me, anyways, as a collector, that I really have to be smart about what I do decide to pre-order and whatnot. Because like I pre-ordered the George Clooney Batman right away when it came out, and then Mr. Freeze right away, and I still want that Mr. Freeze, But I also then have been trying to sell my Val Kilmer Robin, like the Throbbin, the original one, and I can't even give that away. It's getting to the point. I'm at like $180 now. I'm like, I might as well just keep it, like at this point, right? And so there are certain but I don't have a good display spot for it. So I've got figures right now in my closet that I like just don't have on display because I've prioritized other space. And I see that list and I'm like, man, while there's so many great characters on here, I was excited to put them all so much individually. It does show me that I have to continue to curate my own self.
I'd love to have the Fantastic Four because I think they'll look great in a display together, but I haven't got the room. That's £1,200. I'm just going to skip the lot, but I did enjoy the movie and I'd like the figures, but again, I'm not gonna buy them.
Yeah, it's the same here. When Ben, you were showing those FF figures, I feel the same way. It's like I really enjoy that movie, but it's a big commitment. You can get all four of the figures.
Yeah,
you could get, and maybe that's what I'll end up doing is just get Ben Grimm.
He's the one you just get. Yeah,
same.
I don't know. Exactly I would like to get them all, but
if I bought Ben, I'd then go chasing the others. I think. Down the line,
because that means if I get all four of them, then to be responsible, then that means I don't get a couple of Star Wars figures that I want, and I want the Star Wars figures. I want Batman.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Well said, guys. We have 60 people here at the end of the show. Thank you so much for getting nuts with us today on a Sunday. Really, really appreciate it. Before you leave today, if you don't mind hitting that like button again, just as a reminder. Really, really helps the show. Really, really helps get it out to people who don't know that's on today or have seen it for the first time. So I really, really appreciate that. Doug Guido says, I'm surprised you didn't bring up the Sideshow Christmas set. I forgot about it, if I'm honest. There was the outfit set from Sideshow for Christmas that went waitlist very, very quickly. I missed on it. I saw that it got posted and then I completely missed on it, but it did look really freaking cool. So to anybody who got that, it's going to be fun to put on a Deadpool or whoever in your display, right? I think that's really fun. And I honestly think Sideshow should do that more often. One of the notable pieces in that spot or in that set, if you guys got a chance to see it, was the miniature Sideshow Hot Toys box. I was like, that is freaking cool in 1/6 scale. Like, even just that was for me,
is it sold out now? I was saying you can't get it.
It's sold out. It sold out really fast.
It's sold out immediately. Yeah.
It sold out really fast. So
I'm looking at it.
Let me.
Oh, you're gonna put it up.
I'll pull it up really quick. No, I'll pull it up here.
They had a limited 3 per customer.
Sideshow outfit set. I don't even know what it would have been called.
Sideshow Christmas sweater is what I typed in.
Sideshow. Okay. Let's try that.
Hopefully they made their quarter earnings and they can drop more prices on those in stock stuff because they're being a little greedy.
How much was it? $50 Canadian. Here, I'm going to pull this up for you guys.
It was 36 US.
This was it here.
Little
Santa hat, Christmas sweater. As I said, I think I like the mug and the shipper box the most, if I'm honest.
And the
hat looks fucking huge. Is this for a pop figure?
It does. No, not for a pop figure. They're going
the diameter of the hat is the same as the bottom of the sweater.
Was there a limit, or I'm sure people order multiples?
It was 3 per customer.
3 per customer.
Aaron,
I had 3 in my cart.
Fast.
Maybe it's designed for our mate John Merrick, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna buy them because I thought it would be cool to do like a family Christmas photo of the Deadpools.
Looks alright there.
Sorry, I just got images of the Elephant Man now with
With this outfit on.
Merry
Spice up your collection for that.
Out
I mean, I think it's cool. I think they should do this kind of stuff more often. Why not? Right? Like, I think it's just a little add-in in your basket. I think that'd be cool. Or if you spend a certain amount of maybe dollars per month with Sideshow, you get exclusive options to buy something like this first. Or I think they could do some cool stuff. But
yeah,
I mean, it looks fun on the zombies.
Box is cool. But sure, you could probably print those yourself. You know.
You probably could. You probably could. So there you go, Doug Guito. That was all for you, buddy. There we go. Let's say hi. Thank you to our classy nut crew here. Alvin J, Honest Hansel, Money Mendez, Harry Dempsey, Big Rib, as Dean would say, 1/6 figure focus, Vita, aka her geeky side, King Dingaling, Jose G. Hernandez, The Real Tex Conway, Collection Obsession, The Movie Canon, Figurecraft, Don Maton, Alex Serrato, Pop Culture, Relics, Daniel SC, Ryan Smith, Collector Joey, Sam Gist, Rachel Miller, Mike and Callie, Figure in a Bubble, Doug Guito, Blurred Dad Life, Alex Serrato, Saphira Cosplay, Aaron Broverman, Monroe Corbeil, and Elle Walker. And then, of course, a big shout out to our Nut King crew here. We got SpongeBob SquareBalls, miss that guy every day, and of course, now our buddy Field to Burn as well. We miss you too, buddy. Collecting Weekly, The Batman, 12-Inch Moose Stream, X-Men Supreme, Peter Cass, Valkyrie Magnus, Ron E, One Adam 12th, Sith Scale Collector, OG Fan When Star Wars Was Just Star Wars, Manny Fresh 369, Trevor Weed, Tijuana Mike, aka King Chiro. If you guys want to become one of our channel members, you can just take a picture of the link right there for you. Join us. We would love to have you. If not, we just appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing, and participating in the Ben Thomas Show. I try to comment back to as many comments as I can, but you guys can imagine the channel is getting about 300,000 views a month now. So it is really hard for me to keep up with every comment. Nice. But still, I will try. So if you guys leave me a comment, I'll at very least like it and read it. I promise you that. So thanks for always participating. To my panelists, though, I could not have a successful Let's Get Nuts show without people. And you guys are the bomb. I love you guys. You're my brothers now at this point. We've been doing this, all of us, for already almost years at this point. It's crazy. Mr. Adam, One Adam 12th, anything coming up for you on your show, good sir, that you wanted to highlight?
Should have a video upcoming this week, unboxing. It's either going to be Old Man Indy or the most recent Darth Sidious. And I just got this the other day. Still haven't unboxed it yet. I got it Friday. It's Greedo from a new New Hope. So look forward to that.
Sweet, man. Yeah, congrats on that one. Actually, that's a sweet pickup. I'm surprised you were able to get your hands on that. I thought that would have been just like gone almost immediately. It was a little high
it is almost. Yeah, it is almost gone. I had like a $20 coupon, and I have like $43 in rewards points. So, I pulled the trigger. I figured, all right, it's on discount. I'll get it.
Just get Frito. It's the same thing.
That's
awesome.
Fredo.
Well, dude, that's right.
Oh yeah, he makes that sauce.
Oh my god, you guys are wild. Guys, thanks to Adam for being here as always. Thanks for joining us after work, especially. That's being a trooper. I don't know if I would do anything after work, if I'm honest. So I love you, bud. Thanks for being here as always. Mr. Pete, same to you, good sir, one of our longest running panelists, of course, and great friend. Anything coming up for you, man, that you're excited for this week?
No, not really. I'm starting to wonder whether OFAC has died a death.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna. Well, I think if you're up for it, Aaron, I think if you're happy to do the technical hosting bit, then I think we go with us. And if Ian's free or he wants to join us, he can. But
yeah, I'm up for it.
Okay, cool. We'll chat about that.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, nice.
I wish I could join. It's just in a terrible time of day for me. Like sometimes I can tune in while I'm on the road, but 1:30 in the afternoon for me, like as I'm work mode, I can't keep away and do it. So, which is too bad because I like being on other shows too, right? Like even Will Fox Vacation invited me on Friday this last week, and I couldn't make it because I had to work past his time slot.
But you've saved my YouTube career, Ben, because I don't get on much for OFAC, but this has been a charm. So yeah.
Love to see it. Well, I don't pay Adam to be a co-host, so if you want to become a third co-host, I mean, you're 100% welcome if you can make it more often. So, or as many times as you can. So
yeah, definitely.
Don't tell him, Adam, how much I pay you because nobody will join. Okay, so you hate to see it. It's peanuts, really. It's really just peanuts.
It's in stickers that are.
It's just
it's
just a bag of monkey nuts every quarter. Yeah.
That's right. Dude, thanks for being here, Mr. Pete. I don't give away monkey nuts, buddy. Anybody, just in case they were worried. Just for clarity. Mr. Philly, Figurecraft YouTube channel. Anything coming up for you, buddy, that you're excited for?
Yeah,
that's what we call them in the UK, monkey nuts.
We're about to receive some
the ones in the
show. There you go.
That doesn't tell me anything.
Philly, anything coming up for you, buddy, that you're excited for?
Well, first of all, thanks for letting me stretch out my streaming legs. It's been a while for me. I've been preoccupied with rearranging the whole setup. So, I'm still gonna have this whole video tour of the whole collection by the end of the year, and I'll have it ready by then. And then just kind of re-strategize. I've been kind of working on those shorts, kind of like you've been sort of helping me out with, with the little, YouTube shorts. They've been popping pretty well. So thanks for that. Other than that, still doing photography. I got this cool do back recently. My ad,
Oh, I love that.
I actually got it for $300.
Wow,
It was
wow.
actually a damage in the back of the tail, and I was able to actually fix it and repaint it, and it looks seamless now. So
Nice.
great
Sweet.
deal with that, and I was really happy with that. So I'll take some pictures
It's
of.
brilliant. It's brilliant. If you're a Star Wars A New Hope fan, you got to have it. I love
It's a beast. I actually had it on pre-order and canceled it, and I ended up regretting it. So
They're going quite cheap on the second hand. I mean, I think I probably paid top whack for mine, and I've seen a lot of people selling now. Obviously, they want you to go and collect them, but if you're somewhere near enough, you can get them for probably just over half retail, really. So if you really want one, pick one up. There might be the standard ones. I think the deluxe ones are harder to get hold of with the swap out.
Yeah, I
Which
got
is
the
one
swap
you've
outs.
got. Yeah, I've got the swap out. Yeah, closed or open mouth. I've got them closed mouth.
Definitely has shelf presence. So now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it. So that's gonna, I'm gonna have to rearrange here as well. So before I have a video tour, I'll have to put this in here. Other than that, that's it. Thanks for having me, Ben. I appreciate it. It was good to catch up with all you guys. Good to see you guys, and
Yeah,
hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Yeah, keep me posted on your collection tour when you do post it, because it can advertise it on the show here, so anybody who watches Let's Get Nuts can go immediately after and go take a look. So
For sure.
and
I
keep
appreciate
on the shorts. What I've realized over the time of doing YouTube, very different people watch the shorts versus the longer videos and live stream content. Pretty much everybody that's here today probably doesn't watch any of my shorts, which I'm totally okay with, because there are people all over the world who like that kind of content. And then there are folks who like this kind of content. So it's for everybody. If you don't feed the algorithm, you'll get lost in the shuffle. So it's worth doing for sure. But dude, thanks for being here as always, and beautiful display every time we pull you up. Mr. Aaron articulates back in the house today with us. It was great having you here, man. Just for some preamble before we let Aaron speak, if you like comedy and you like good people and you like just something different, please, for the love of God, go over and subscribe to Aaron Articulates right here. This is what it looks like. It's easy to find. Go and subscribe. It's like really different stuff, and I like it. And it needs more views. Needs more
quality
views.
British comedy. That's what you
Hell
want.
yeah. I really enjoy it, man. I'll put it on whenever your videos pop up. I'll put it on my way home, and it's always like about a 15-20 minute drive home for me. So it's the perfect slot for me to just have a bit of a chuckle on the drive. Tell us what's going on for you, buddy, and what we can look forward to late. Oh, do I have you muted? I don't think I have. Oh, you might be muted there.
Oh, no, it's me. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't do that on the show. Just a silent video of me for 20 minutes. Yeah, no, it's yeah. Thanks for a little plug, Ben, because
of course.
the subscribers are going up though. But I'm still really enjoying doing it, and that's what I get the most out of it. Really, I just find it fun, sort of writing down some bits throughout the week, what's pissed me off, and just go for it. But this week's one, I can already tell you what it's going to be: fireworks.
Fireworks.
Oh, fuck.
I think I missed that VHS one, Aaron. I have to watch that one.
What's that one?
The cinema's overrated. I don't think I saw that one.
I
Is
think
that where you
one
go?
that was the Elephant Man, mate. You definitely saw that. didn't you?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, because the Elephant Man's in the corner.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that one offended me. Yeah, that's why I can't remember.
That one offended me.
Yeah, I didn't realise Pete had a lovely
Oh, it was about your mum, wasn't it? And she rented it and stuff. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's fireworks this week because that's been the bane of my life, and also which led to my cat going missing. Friday. That was a traumatic 28 hours, but I found him. I found him. So yeah, but it was all firework related. I think he got shit scared and just ran away. But yeah, we at least got him back. But yeah, that's this week's one.
Yeah,
so
thank
yeah,
God.
check it out.
Dude, good to have you back. Thanks for being here. I'm glad the
Thank you,
shitters
Ben.
were full, so that it allowed for you to be here.
Yeah,
that,
and actually, everyone cross your
That's
fingers.
pretty much fate right there.
That they can't repair it, and
That's right.
Till Christmas.
Christmas. This is so.
He'll
blocked.
be back every week, guys. For some reason, the shitters are full. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I can't believe how are we going through so many toilet rolls from? Don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Nobody knows.
No idea.
Must be Let's Get Nuts. Thanks for being here, Aaron, buddy. I appreciate it. Mr.
Anytime.
Dave, you were able to make it here all the way from the jungle gym, made it all the way home. Happy to see you here. What do you got for us this week? What are you excited for, my friend?
I got this is what's going on
Everything
for
is
me.
fine. Everything is fine. That's awesome.
I got friggin' actually my Mondo Nightcrawler will be arriving this week, which I'm excited about. And when I get home tomorrow, I can finally spend some time with my battle damaged Deadpool that I got in last week.
Nice. Yeah.
And my Mondo Tiger Stripe Wolverine also came in last week, so it's been a watershed over here. Been a lot of stuff coming in, so that's been pretty good. But other than that, just the regular places, hanging out with all the streams where everybody normally sees me. So I'll be out and about, or oot and a boot, as you guys say up north.
It's true. I even wore my Canadian colors for you today, Dave. That was all for you, bud. Awesome to have you back, man. Awesome to have you back, dude. Thanks for being here. Even on a remote call, definitely appreciate it. And all of you guys in the panel, everybody who watched today, in the chat, you guys were awesome. We'll be back next Sunday. Hopefully, there's some more figure news next week. But if there's not, we'll figure something else out and we'll have some fun and get nuts either way. If you are here, if this is your first time watching the show, this is the Ben Thomas Show. This is the Let's Get Nuts live panel show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like on the way out the door if you can. And what I would always say to Mr. Pete here is that we got nuts. And thanks for watching, everybody.
Wow, what a great audience. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Subscribe and makes you feel good.
Where should I go? What should I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
It's gone. It's all gone.